Yeah, at what point is it snitching to snitch on snitches?
She said, I was ready to have a baby, and he said, it's time to hit that track again.
That's what I'm saying. But that's,
Nigga,
28 pages.
it's a pamphlet.
You know what?
You know, numbers is beautiful. It's the 10th. We hit 10K.
Hold on, our special guest is calling right now. Yo, what's going on?
Shopper people, welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast.
Yeah.
I'm your classmate, Tone. Oh, wait, hold on. First, I forgot to say the thing. The podcast, we'll be talking about podcasters more successful at podcasting because we don't got nothing else better to talk
For
about.
now.
You're right.
I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
Jay Nobles.
AJ the Menace.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you know, it's, what month is it? July, right?
This is July, the date.
July
10th.
July 10th, you know, it's summertime.
Oh, my man. Lauren's on the board.
Oh, yeah, Lauren on the board.
Rise.
I was wondering what all that commotion was.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was too. I was like, what's happening right
I
now?
was in the air.
Yeah, my man. He was about to like rise cloud.
Lauren, our certified archaeologist, is right behind the
Shit, you
cameras.
don't know it.
You know what I mean? But
the
it
board.
is, it's the
But
10th.
it's July 10th, and you know, the summertime is the time for growth. You
Yes.
know, that's when you get a little taller. Menace Material, the channel, we recently hit a little growth spurt.
You know, numbers is beautiful. It's the 10th. We hit 10K.
Yeah.
You know, some of us might have 10K in our bank accounts. I'm not going to point no fingers. I don't know who's the richest person in here. I better not figure out it's AJ.
Yeah, you know it's not me.
Yeah, no, it's not us, nigga.
We work at the same job.
Exactly.
I know how much you get paid.
But a good thing has happened. You know what I mean? Everybody at Menace Material, you know, deserves this credit. They're not here to sip this champagne.
Yeah.
But they're with us in spirit.
Yeah,
We hit
this-
10K. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to viewers. Shout out to lovely ladies of LOY because, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all cross over too.
Y'all
You know?
cross
They have to. If you're really lovely, if you're an actual lovely lady of LOY,
Yeah.
you support everything we do.
Exactly.
Blindly, unconditionally.
Yeah.
And shout out to everybody from the treehouse that bled over to here too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
in
Everybody
Three
from
Oak, you
everybody
know.
from the 3 Oak treehouse. But yeah, yo, we've hit 10K. We hit 10K like yesterday or 2 days ago. So honestly, it just things keep going up, and it's just like, but
Yeah.
10K is the milestone we're celebrating.
Give
So
him the backstory because how many days ago was this? I believe it was about like
when
11.
we actually hit it.
No, when
it's about 2 weeks now.
When we set the goal.
About 2
Oh,
weeks.
so last year I set the goal. Like pretty much the end of last year, my goal for this year was I was like, we have to do, the goal is to get the YouTube channel to 10,000 subscribers. I was like, I'll give myself all 2023 to get it there. I don't know how I'm gonna get it there, but that's the goal.
Because
You know
when
what I'm
we
saying?
was when we was moving in,
Yeah.
that was your goal.
Yeah. I was like,
that's crazy.
look, this is the goal. This is the mission that we racing right now. Like, we trying to get to 10K by at least the end of this year. And November of 2022 is when we hit 1K.
Yeah.
Then there was several months that passed because we didn't hit 2K until April 27th of this year.
Yeah.
But from April 27th to today, where we stand, we're pretty much at 10.3.
10.3.
10.3.
As of right now.
As of
but
right now.
the thing is, about 7 days ago, the conversation came up again. You was like, I want to hit 10K by the end of this year.
Yeah.
And then 7 days later.
It was like, it was like.
But that happened.
It's about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's about 2 weeks
It was
ago.
like like a month ago where he was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to hit 10K," and I was like, "Nigga, 10K, like that should happen."
Yeah, it was like, but we're gonna hit that in a week.
like
bro.
you shouldn't even want that to be a goal. That's too low. You get what I
Man,
mean?
but
What did
it's-
Dame Dash say? You have to shoot for the stars.
That's true. But
You
it's
know
so
what I
crazy
mean?
just because it was like where it was at last year. I was like, this 10K is gonna be a grind, and let's not act like it wasn't a grind.
Yeah.
It was a crazy grind because it was so much change, new shows develop.
Yep, new
that-
things starting up.
Yeah, so it was like, and all new things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came in at the end of April or
Yeah.
end of
February.
February.
Yeah.
Beginning of March. So it was like
The great merge.
yeah, we've always just done things within in-house, and I was like, no, I think they need to really be a part of the team. You know what I'm saying? So
It's a whole new system, nigga.
yeah, it was.
It's-
We started a whole new system.
Yeah.
all new content, redeveloping the content, re-strategizing how to go at it, doing consultations, and you know what I'm saying?
When Michael Jordan first started playing the triangle offense, he was a little confused.
It was a little
Yeah.
He
confusing.
didn't know how
at
to
first.
pass the ball in a manner that
Exactly.
was, you
Phil
know.
Jackson had to teach him
Yep.
geometry.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's like we put a lot of reps in these last 7 months. I'd say 6 months, 7
Yeah,
months.
we got a bunch of shit for different sets.
Yeah,
everything.
a lot of things, man. And it worked. It's working. It's working.
I was
And
about to say.
it's working. And it feels so good. And it's like my original goal was 10K in 2023. And then I figured if we can hit 10K, then the next goal will be 100K. So my goal was 100K for 2024. But now I'm just like, now I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, maybe we can just do the 100 before the end of this year.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Because I'm like, we hit 10. And, you know, we kind of figured it out now a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, a little bit. You know, we're still growing.
There's still
developing,
plenty to
and
learn from, but,
Yeah.
you know, learning, we're at like 70%. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not even about like the number. It's just about not putting a cap on ourselves. You
On
know what I
the
mean?
success, yeah,
like whether
that's
it's
a fact.
100,000, 30,000, 40,000, just about not putting the cap on ourselves.
And that's another thing, too. It's like, as the followers have come in, it's like, it's funny because that's all I was focused on at first. And now I'm like, okay,
Now-
they're going to come in. We just need to make sure we make the best content.
Now,
Now,
yeah.
Now it's all about content quality. You know what I'm saying?
Which is what it was always about.
It was always about that
But-
before, but there were certain things you needed them subscribers
When
for.
you're grinding, you know,
Yeah.
things change.
Yeah,
You
and there's
feel me?
certain things you even need to
Yeah.
even be able to move forward. You
yeah,
know,
no, there's a gate that YouTube lets you in once you get to a certain
yeah, it's a
plateau.
fact.
Facts.
Yeah, there's a
The
certain,
legs are just spread
there's a
wide
certain
open.
amount of hours where they're like, oh, people care about you.
Yeah.
I'll help you. I'll help show you to more people. Don't worry.
Let's lube this shit up.
Yeah, let's start suggesting you more often, you know? So it's like it was really important in the beginning, but once you start to get your footing and things of that nature, it's like, there you go. Now they're like, now just don't mess up. Don't do
Right.
nothing crazy. Don't be out here doing no wilds, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're
No
out
Nick
here,
Fuentes type of thing.
we're out here rewarding you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Don't sneak your way out of this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Don't sneako Nick Fuentes your way up out of this position I'm trying to put you in. You know?
We should have printed out that piece of paper, you know what I mean? Like a report card. Like an A+
yeah.
to 10K.
Yeah, that'd have been
On
fire.
some fancy paper too.
Yeah, on that.
Lemonade.
But we have champagne.
But we got champagne again. This
Can you
is
show them the bottle, brother?
Yeah, I can.
So we can flex on these niggas real quick?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Just something light for the streets.
It's sparkling.
You know, we're small fries, so we celebrate small victories.
You know,
Yeah,
that's all.
yeah.
That's
It's
all.
necessary.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to all the supporters, man. Shout out to Big Sloth.
Yeah.
Shout out to Elliot. Shout out to Charlamagne.
And shout out to all the music videos that taught AJ how to bust this shit open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
There you
That
go.
sounds
Like
so
a
nice.
gentleman.
That
Sound
sounds
like
so
success,
nice.
nigga.
That sound like
Sound like success, nigga.
Racks on red.
Yeah, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're gonna, you know, we ain't
Yeah.
gonna get sloppy on here. It ain't that much, you know.
I'm about to say, man, help
But
yourselves,
we
man.
champagne, we champagne sippers on this episode.
How about
you know
I'm
what I
gonna
mean?
pass to you?
Yeah, we champagne sippers on this episode. But
know-
yeah, but dead ass though. But really, I
name
really
is Menace.
appreciate everybody who's really found the Menace Material channel, and y'all are helping a dream come true that has been written down on paper for the last 10 years, essentially.
This
You
shit
know
was
what I mean?
edged in stone.
This was edged in stone. This is not like this is not an overnight thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I've had Native Americans bless me for this.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this has been a long time coming, and it's and I'm happy that y'all are here and invested in us to help see the vision, because this is literally just the beginning. I got 10 years or 20 years worth of ideas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they do as well too. And these are just one version of the ideas. You know what I'm
man.
saying? There's whole nother departments that haven't even officially launched yet that are actively being worked as we speak. You know what I'm saying?
there's a few careers, a few gigs on the way. You know,
Yeah,
every
yeah.
few different opportunities we're entertaining currently.
Yeah, every couple
For
of
some
months,
currency.
I always tell myself, like, man, I'm not even going that hard for real. I'm not even really shitting on these niggas like how I really could.
Yeah.
You get
no,
what I'm saying?
no,
Like,
yeah.
really big poop. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not even doing it like how I really could be doing it, but, you know.
In the watch time hours, you know, not the watch time hours, the retention.
Shit.
You know, it's looking great. Y'all are actually staying because y'all enjoy the content, and that's what
Yeah.
feels the best too. You know,
Absolutely.
the amount of the average amount of time that a person is watching our content. I'm not gonna say what it is, but no, it is more
Just-
than the. It's more than
The
that-
standard quo, is that a good?
I would say it's more than
The
the standard.
status quo.
Status
It's
quo.
more than the status quo,
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say, yeah. And this is something that I've always heard that Joe Budden has, in terms of, which is why he acts the way he acts, because it's
Angel
different.
does.
Yeah, because it's different. it's different to have a lot of views and a low hold time, but it's different when you have a lot of views and they're staying for a long time as well too. The price changes significantly for that group of people, which is why he acts the way he acts and why he has the fan base the way he does, where he can just pick up, drop everything, and those people are gonna follow.
And he doesn't have subscribers; he has disciples.
Yeah.
Soldiers.
And retention is one of those things where like you have to take accountability for that.
Absolutely.
Because it's not like everybody is going through a monsoon and everybody connection just drops at the 2-minute mark. Like nigga, that's because of you.
Yeah. That's because of your content. You are providing value. Shout out to Big Sloth. You're providing value that people they can't get in 2 minutes. They want to stay for multiple minutes.
At least 5, 6.
And you know what I'm saying?
You know what I
Nigga
mean?
said for multiple minutes.
For multiple minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Numerous.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is gonna be a good show. I think. I mean, we celebrating. We're gonna be champagne sipping a little bit. We got the mimosas. You know, we got the orange juice gang around here.
We deserve groupies for 10K. What level is that? What
Y'all
subscribe
deserve
level?
groupies.
You fucking
Y'all
saint.
niggas,
Shut
you
up.
look like you need a groupie.
Me?
Yeah.
I've had groupies for a lot of years.
Okay.
Yeah,
AJ
so-
already been
How
to
you
this.
on groupies? You good on groupies?
Nah,
You satisfied with your quota?
I was just asking, like, is 10K a reasonable amount for
man.
for women to be?
We had
on your
groupies just
job?
doing local shows.
Yeah,
So
that's factual.
we had groupies doing local shows. I'll say that.
Okay,
So yeah, the groupies are there. They might not have made themselves known yet,
I about to say
but there's some women who are willing to risk it all for anything.
Yeah.
For 30 minutes.
For any
you know?
slight
Get
look
a-
like you're about to head somewhere.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's okay. And we appreciate y'all the most. You know what I'm
Make
saying?
a bitch dream come true on this couch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We out here granting wishes out here.
yeah.
Trying to nibble on nobles.
Yeah.
Ugh. You don't say that, nigga. You don't say that.
I'm talking about for the bitches trying to nibble on nobles.
That's nice. I might take it. That's
Right.
nice.
Promo code Lovely Lady.
Hey, that's nice. I
You
might
might
take
get a
it.
consultation.
Hey, I'm gonna say it next week.
So yeah, we'll jump into our first topic, and we actually have somebody calling in to assist us
A special
with
somebody.
this. A special somebody to call in to assist us with this topic.
Yeah, somebody you don't fucking like in particular.
But
Allegedly.
yeah, but we'll go ahead and jump into it first, though.
Charlamagne got a strong nose right there.
So
He just got a whiff or something.
so Ebro is defeating Charlamagne in radio ratings, and is it over for the Breakfast Club? So apparently, in terms of radio wars, because all summer apparently has been podcast wars. I mean, we kind of like realized that at the beginning of the summer anyway.
Yeah.
Just like capitalizing off all these podcast beefing. Shout out to the complex list. Y'all have essentially
Spearheaded that.
Spearheaded that. But radio is also at a battle, and apparently the ratings have shifted over the last 13 years. And Ebro is now, or Hot 97 is now beating 106.1.
Is this situation on some like I have $1 billion, but my competitor has 5, so he's better than me?
Yeah,
like,
now, if
is
we're-
it
yeah,
still
we're-
a lot of billions?
I think it's still a lot of that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I don't know if Hot 97 is nationally syndicated. I think that still might be a local market show.
They have to be nationally syndicated.
You think so?
As
I don't
much
know,
shit
bro.
as they talk,
But that-
Peter Rosenberg.
But wouldn't
Let's Google this. This is a Googleable fact.
I don't know, bro, because
And is Ebro a name that's made up, or is that short for something?
I think Ebro Darden.
That's
Oh,
one
yeah.
word.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ebro Darden.
The Darden is his last name. I thought it was a first and last name thing, but I know his name is Ebro Darden. So
But we got an African
Wait,
homie named
what's their show specifically? Because
Hot 90.
Ebro in the morning.
Damn,
Yeah.
I can't remember. But it's the radio station in particular.
just the station in general.
I thought it was
Well,
the,
it's the
it's
morning.
the show.
It's the morning
itself.
show. It's the morning show.
Yeah.
Ebro in the morning.
Ebro in the morning?
Yeah, what's the company? It's a private company that owns that station though, because I think it's local
What is this saying? Ebro in the morning with Laura Styles
in Rosenberg.
and Rosenberg
Yeah.
will debuted in syndication. So it's saying,
Damn.
if that's accurate, it looks like they've been syndicated nationally since September 7th, 2020.
Which is not
Is that
a lot
what
of
I'm
time.
reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is that what y'all niggas see?
I see that too. So that means that they've been getting lapped because Breakfast Club, I feel like been
Yeah.
syndicated since like year 3.
That's what I mean.
At
Like,
least, yeah.
I think it took a little bit longer than that, but they've been syndicated for some time.
For a
long time.
long time compared to that.
Maybe before Charlamagne got there, right?
But when you
No, definitely after, because I know in that Loon episode that he did, part 2, he was talking about when
The
he
shift.
got signed on as a local New York radio. but the contract has to be adjusted when it went syndicated. So yeah,
it's like applying for a temporary position, and you might be hired for a full-time.
Exactly. So yeah, but let's watch a little bit of this video.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And this is Ebro talking in this video.
No, this is a
somebody
video.
giving
This is a video from the stop. We've covered them before, so y'all already know who the stop is.
Ow.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Charlamagne is losing to Ebro in the radio ratings. That's right. Over the last few months, Hot97 has been beating the Charlamagne-led Power 105 in New York City. And the Breakfast Club seems to be struggling in other markets as well. First, let's take a look at New York. But I have to say that New York isn't the only place the Breakfast Club is struggling. In the month of May in New York City, Hot97 has a rating of 2.3 and Charlamagne's Power 105 has a rating of 2.0. And what's crazy is Hot97 has been beating Power 105 over the last few months.
hit pause on
There
that real
could
quick.
be a lot of reasons for this.
Hold on, our special guest is calling right now. Yo, what's going on? Hello? Can you hear? Hold on one second. Matter of fact, hold on one second.
Whoa.
All right, now I think we
I
can
can hear
hear.
AJ.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Nobody else.
Yes, sir.
Yo, we
Yes,
all,
I can hear you, AJ.
Hey,
Yeah, but
perfect.
daffodil.
Hey, welcome to Homeroom University, man. Introduce yourself, man.
This is Danny from the Stop.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Stop
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. We are literally
Shout out to
watching.
y'all, man. I feel like.
Hey man, first of all, shout out.
Go ahead, my bad.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Danny from the Stop. This is Danny from the Stop, everybody. If you did not hear,
Yeah, what's
go
good
to
with
his
you?
YouTube channel.
It's an
support
awkward
him.
situation.
Why?
You
Why?
said what?
Why
I
is
said there's
that?
an awkward situation.
Why is that?
Now I'm trying to imitate.
Oh, he's imitating
I'm trying
your
to
voice.
imitate.
Oh, nigga, that's terrible.
Yeah, nah, that was bad. That was a bad voiceover, son.
But
Nah,
hey,
that's how
man,
you sound.
what's good, Danny? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I was talking to AJ yesterday on my Discord, so I know he reached out to me to talk about the Charlamagne stuff,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
radio ratings. Seems like there's some interest there, so I wanted to chop it up about that.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we
Yep.
were literally watching your video right now. We was right in the beginning of it.
Yeah, fine work, sir.
Yeah, per usual. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Jay Noble, everybody's here. Jay Noble's Tone Groove, Lauren, everybody's on the mic. So
Yeah, man, we in here.
so I guess we can kind of pause this and we can kind of real quick before we jump into this, just explain to everybody who you are and what you do, man, so they can go ahead and follow you, and then we'll jump into some back and forth.
So yeah, I'm Danny from the Stop. The Stop is obviously not a physical place. It was just kind of when you started a YouTube channel and you created. But really, what my channel was about is just serving up the news of the podcast world. I was a fan of the Joe Budden podcast, so that's why I cover the Joe Budden podcast a lot, and also by offshoot Rory and Maul. I touch on other stuff, obviously Charlamagne, Math Hoffa, 𝙿𝙾𝙳𝙰𝚃, and other podcasts. If a podcast is breaking up, I will be talking about it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I do. I used to love radio back in the old days, Hot97, Power 105, Wars. So that carried over into podcasting. So that's a short description of what I do.
Perfect.
But yeah, lock in with me there if you want to follow my content.
We can tell you've done a lot of job interviews, sir.
Hell yeah.
That shit was very articulate.
Yeah.
Nigga said, I've been watching this shit, so I make videos about it. Fuck it.
But
Yeah.
you said you was in the radio, like you was in that industry.
I wasn't in the radio industry. I said I was in the television ad industry in the video about Charlamagne. But I used to really listen to radio like back in the day. Like I used to cut class, or not cut class, not listen to my teacher, to listen like Star and like Mr. C. So like for me, podcast was like a natural transition for me. Like
Right.
I remember when Star went on that rant that got him fired, and it was just wild to see how everything plays out. Yeah.
Who do you find more entertaining, Charlamagne or Ebro?
Oh, Charlamagne. I'm not.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely Charlamagne. But yeah.
So what do you-
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I say Charlamagne, the totality of Charlamagne's career. I guess Charlamagne back in the day was a beast. I mean, it was like, Shaq on the Magic. And Charlamagne now is like Shaq on the Celtics. But like I feel like
Cleveland?
I like that. I like that
That's a great
comparison. That's a
analogy.
fact. Yeah, I like that.
That is a good comparison. So why do you think Ebro in the morning is beating Hot 97, beating Breakfast Club now?
well, I think we were talking about this the other day. Hot 97 is different ownership now.
I didn't know
And
that.
maybe it could be the music that they play. Yeah, it used to be MS and now it's Media Co.
Gotcha.
There's been big changes by them.
Do you know when that?
Oh,
do
that's
you
pretty
know when
recent. I think
that
within
is? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Within the last 3 years, I believe that happened.
Okay, got you. Yeah, because I know when we were talking just briefly on it yesterday, we were in this video. You talk about how like the Breakfast Club is ranked under urban, and Hot 97 is under rhythmic. And I was thinking that sound almost like a cheat code, like how a rapper will put his album under country.
Right.
Or
You know what I'm
us
saying?
calling ourselves comedians, so we can get away with
So
saying
we can get away with a little bit
certain
more.
things,
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we're purposely
Comedians.
putting ourselves in the wrong genre.
Yeah.
Almost.
So in a sense, they just grouped in white people
Hispanics
beef
to
up the
be
numbers.
specific.
Okay, so Hispanics.
Yeah, rhythmic sounds Hispanic. Is that what rhythmic is?
You would think that Ebro, just off of his miscellaneousness,
Yeah, he is a little
like you
peculiar looking
you would think that
motherfucker.
Latinos would just fuck with him all day.
Ambiguous is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, ambiguous. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's. I think the Media Code probably. Are you gonna hear more Doja Cat? You might hear Bad Bunny. You might hear like that type of stuff more
Right.
on Hot 97, but it might not even be Ebro. It might just be the new ownership of the station. Like I know Hot 97 Summer Jam. It was typically done at Meadowlands where the Giants and Jets play. This year it was done in like a smaller venue.
It was. Yep.
So it's like you just know that there's different decisions being made, and maybe those decisions are why the ratings are different. And also there's a new hip-hop radio station that plays urban music in New York City, and that could be another reason why there's like a new player. There's Miss Jones in the morning who has a legacy in New York City.
She does, yeah.
And that
she
could
does.
be another thing.
So, okay, so it's not just about like Ebro's mouthpiece being better than Charlamagne's and his
Nah,
aura.
it's never that simple.
Yeah.
It's never that simple. So what do you
Definitely
think?
not.
So what do you
Definitely
think
not.
the Breakfast Club is fumbling right now?
Well, I think it's like a lot of things. Like, first of all, there's, I think, analogous to, I remember when ESPN had Mike and Mike in the mornings, and they were like, yo, they can't be WFAN. And it was because, like, nobody wants to hear about West Virginia being Louisville in basketball in New York City.
Yeah, it's
And
too
I think
niche.
when you're able to talk about, when you're talking about local topics, that really matters. And then let's be honest, like with my Shaq analogy with Charlamagne, he's not Celtic Shaq. I was just being exaggerated, Theo either. But it's just not the same. It's not the same type of appointment viewing it once was with Charlamagne. And I think that's a factor where Ebro kind of feels a little bit more authentic. And it's just, Charlamagne is just a different type of thing.
Yeah, you're right. The Celtics comparison wasn't bad, but it's more like not Bulls Jordan, but it's Wizards Jordan.
It's true though, because when's the last Donkey of the Day segment that you remember watching?
I still watch them here and
There
there,
was
but it
headlining.
has to be a crazy headline for me
You
to
get
click
what I'm
on
saying? Like I haven't even really seen the thumbnail in my YouTube algorithm.
because you
in a
haven't been
minute.
playing with it that much, and YouTube ain't pushing it as much because of that.
Yeah. Now, quick question, because now yesterday when we got on there, I kind of want to get your thoughts on like Charlamagne's on the mic skills. Let's just keep it to radio since we're in this radio segment. What do you think, if you've been watching Breakfast Club interviews and things like that, what do you think that he's just like not providing anymore? Or because let me just put this out there. Yesterday, when we were talking yesterday, it almost sounded like you want this nigga Charlamagne to just turn the mic off, like you were done with him. You're like, this just ain't it no more.
You think it's too late for him? You think it's past his prime?
I felt that sentiment from you yesterday, so I don't know if you really feel like that, but that's pretty much why I'm asking.
Well, I think the edge is out. The edge is no longer there. Like I made this reference in the video where I was talking about when he interviewed Boosie. And I was like, man, this is really dry, and it's just not the same type of. I remember when he read Mayweather, when he played Mayweather
Oh, that was
reading
crazy.
something out loud.
That was crazy. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was also like he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
low
that
hanging
was,
fruit.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
was too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also like
Yeah, man. It's like
yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
moments
like recording
like
a
that that
Discord
probably made him
after
pivot.
nah, but
Yeah, it's
yeah, no, it was very problematic for the community. It was very problematic. There was undertones to that.
yeah.
Definitely understand that. But just the fact that I think when you're in the field, even when your mind is thinking about that, shows you that you're thinking about content over everything. And now he's corrected to the other side, and you see what that is.
So, Danny, you missed the ignorant side of Charlamagne.
I think there's a like I don't want to say that because like Joe Budden, if you look at him, where he's not the same either,
Right.
but still there is something there where he's going to turn up and he's going to ask a salacious question, but it's not going to be the same Joe Budden from like when he was trying to get up in the game and really. But Charlamagne, I don't think has found that sweet spot. But this, I think one of the things that's interesting about Charlamagne is this fall off might be engineered, and this probably may be the direction he wants to go. So I can't really hate on him and say like, yo, he sucks. But as far as a listener, my listener ear, yeah, I'm going to be harsh on him. I'm going to say like, I don't think he's engaging anymore.
That's something I was thinking too, because as he gets to that point in time in his career where he's just in that Magic Johnson role, he's beating AIDS and he's giving dimes out to niggas. He's not worried about scoring the ball as efficiently and as elaborate as he used to back in the day.
It feels purposeful. It feels like he knows that it's happening and he's okay with it.
Yeah, like he's kind of just cool with doing what he do. Like he doesn't have to go out there and drop 30 or 40 every night.
Yeah.
He knows he got black effect when he get home.
Yeah.
You know, there's a billion black women he's
So you
about
think
to
it's
put
a
on
graceful
business.
bow out? You think he's trying to like set up his play for like stepping away?
I think it's kind of an unintentional bow out, because when you so focused on setting other people up for success, how much time do you have to work on your own material?
He got a show though. He still has a show.
That's not happening right now though.
I'm talking about the Breakfast Club.
He's talking about the Breakfast Club.
Oh, the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, he still got a show, so he's still in the game. He's still got to put up points.
I think Charlamagne. Now we can't be like oblivious to this with the allegations.
Of course.
Like we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
That's a big factor into
I don't
everything.
even like the fact that you brought it up.
But you have to, because that's a factor. You get what I mean? Like
I don't know how big of a factor that
You
is.
doing the Malika Andrews? I don't know if I like that
you
either.
just Malika Andrews.
I didn't because
2007 in Monk's Corner, South Carolina. You good? Give him the report.
It wouldn't be righteous if I didn't bring it up. Because if we just act like it's not happening, or that didn't happen,
we can't talk about him. We can't talk about his content shifting without putting everything on the table.
But allegations that played a very big part into this whole little domino effect.
That's true.
That the Charlamagne we got now.
Yeah.
So you think because of the potential charges from back in the day, he's playing gay to like throw off the scent?
No, I think. Well, why'd you
But
say
I mean,
it like
that
that?
situation happened.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that situation is obviously like in the annals of history about like what his legacy will always be and can always be thrown at him. But like the 6ix9ine stuff, like when he was antagonizing 6ix9ine and Drake and all that stuff, that happened after that. He could still be engaged. Yeah, he could still be engaging. So, I don't know.
I get what you're saying. You're saying even with that still didn't stop him from putting numbers on the board. Now, quick question, just so we can kind of but just real quick, just so we can kind of pivot and stay in the radio real quick. Do you think that this is something that iHeart even cares about, or do you think this is something that they're even worried about or looking at? Because now you did say in the video that you almost feel like Charlamagne hasn't been bringing it up, like he's kind of been like he's talked in a way that made it seem like he was still killing it at the radio because the podcast numbers are so strong, and he's kind of hiding the fact that. So where do you see it going from here? Do you think iHeart and Charlamagne even care about these numbers, or what?
I mean, I don't see how a company that is the lion's share of their income is from radio. Like, I think, $383 million comes from the radio side of things, and $77 million comes from the podcast side of things. Mm-hmm. And that number might be closing within the next couple of years, but that gap still is big. That's true.
And
when you have the guy that says "I am delivered" from Instagram beating you in another radio market, like I don't know why like that matters Yeah, I think that dude got like a radio show
I
in like
didn't know
Atlanta
that.
or something. But Urban One, Odyssey, these big conglomerates are finding ways to get the radio ratings that you don't got. And I don't think podcasting is ever going to be like the focus. And a lot of people throw the Black Effect Network at me and in the comment section. And my thing is like, what is it? What is iHeart market cap? Like 590 million or something like that?
You the only one
And
that
like,
knows that.
I gotta Google that. But like,
Danny,
and
we'll
like,
sip the champagne.
Spotify. Yeah, right. Spotify is like 30 billion. So like, I don't know how serious iHeart will ever be about pivoting to being a podcast company when it's not as fleet-footed as a tech company like Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is very important. This matters a lot. You can see it by the changes at the Breakfast Club. And eventually, I don't know how long this will be sustainable for. And I think, to quote 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑, a.k.a. Maul from the Joe Budden podcast, this time
Don't
it
you
might
say
be
this
really over
fucking
for the club.
government. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Shout out to Maul.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it matters.
And, you know, I can hear Charlamagne saying, like, well, you know, I do have the Black Effect, because this is what he talks about.
Right,
not
right.
having one thing to, you know,
To rest
kind
all,
of
put all your eggs
parachute
in one
yourself on.
basket.
Is
Yeah.
it
Charlamagne-
hard?
Go.
My fault. Is it hard to be good at everything?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He's diversifying.
multi-media-
He's diversifying.
like, you can't be the best book writer, the best podcast host, the
Right.
best radio host, the best Comedy Central.
You got to
airman.
smoke crack to have that level of efficiency, nigga.
Or
like,
Angel
you can't
does.
just
Angel
be successful
does.
in everything.
Angel
Shout out to
Yeah.
Wendy Williams.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's
Wendy
a-
Williams,
She
shout
was
out to her.
probably sniffing.
That's a
Allegedly.
fact. Now, also, we also got to remember too. Charlamagne is already in the Hall of Fame for radio,
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
so it's like, does he? You know,
So, okay, you're saying, like, he's what y'all say. He's Michael Jordan on the Magic.
Yeah.
It's
The
like,
Wizards.
the
The
Wizards.
Wizards.
I
He
did what I
doesn't-
did already.
Yeah, 20 points is all I need for
Yeah,
real. Like,
yeah, because
and
I'm still Charlamagne.
unless I want to turn it on
Exactly.
and get that 35.
But why would I turn it on and take the hours away from? See, so you don't believe that? How long do you think they might be able to close the gap? Because in my mind, I thought that, of course, iHeart cares about losing ratings, or
no,
I don't think they care as much about getting beat than losing ratings. You know what I'm saying? So like, if their ratings went down and it started causing financial issues, then I think they care more about that than Hot97 beating them. But because it seems like
I mean, the
podcasting-
ratings going down.
Go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead, AJ.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
My
like the
bad.
ra-
My bad. Yeah.
you good. But like the ratings going down. See, in my mind, I'm thinking, is this iHeart consciously trying to shift their market share over to the podcasting? So they know they're willingly taking these L's in radio because they're already, and they want Charlamagne to spearhead
with the Black Effect.
with the Black Effect and the
I don't-
podcast network.
I don't think they believe in podcasting that much right now.
Gotcha.
They probably put it on as like a necessary evil. You know how Instagram is making threads now just
'Cause
to
they
like
have
talk
to.
shit at Twitter.
Right.
Yeah, it's one
Right.
of them situations. They're not really invested in making that successful. You can tell by the way it looks.
I don't know. Yeah,
dog.
I don't
And you
know.
gotta also consider, like, what about Charlamagne says he's gonna be dominant in podcasting?
That's a fact. He's not. He's,
That is
What
that
says
is
not
a
that?
good point.
he's not going to be dominant in either of these spaces if he acting the way he keep acting.
But what is acting the way he's keep
Fact.
acting?
Well, so to be fair, we're not looking for Charlamagne to perform in podcasting with the brilliant idiots. We're looking for Charlamagne
To set everybody else up.
to make more Charlamagnes
How-
in podcasting. That would be him performing in podcasting.
We saw his newest recruit. It wasn't that great.
Or maybe not make new Charlamagnes, but make successful shows essentially.
Right.
What I feel like what do we want from Charlamagne? Because I don't like the fact that like he could be watching this. It's like, man, these niggas want everything from me. That
Yeah.
like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what do
Nigga
you
feel like 𝙿𝙾𝙳𝙲𝙰𝚃.
you feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Like, but yeah.
Can I answer that?
Yeah,
Can
go
I-
ahead. For
Like,
sure.
what do you want
Can I
from
answer
him?
that?
Go ahead. Yeah, Danny, go first.
I think AJ was getting at it a couple months ago. Well, not a month, a couple weeks ago when he was talking about how Charlamagne is basically shooting down the accomplishments of YouTubers, shooting down the accomplishments of podcasters, and I don't think that represents somebody who is potentially going to take over the podcasting space. Because say what you want about Joe, he's always the first on whatever a new app is. He's not hating on new people trying to create new mediums. And I think what I would ask of Charlamagne is for him to appreciate kind of the new people in the space and not just shoot down academics and kind of downplay his success, or by having Loon on his podcast. Shout out to Loon. I don't want any of the Loon bots on me.
Yeah,
but
big slow.
yeah, I think that's the
biggest.
one. Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah. Now I would say what I would want from Charlamagne is like I did kind of that is something that I said. That was more of like that's more for me. That's more of like a disappointing thing in him. Like, damn, I can't believe an OG would be doing that. But I think what I would want from Charlamagne is if he's gonna focus more on developing shows on his network. I want to see him put up more shots with people that are willing to, it's like I want to see him work harder in producing successful talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I wouldn't go to him. I would want my focus. I wouldn't want to go to him because I'm waiting for the next hot Charlamagne tape. As
long as you're not saying I want the old Charlamagne.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not on that at all. If you want to transition into
whatever you want to
the mogul, then I want to see that almost all the time now. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You still are a figure on the Breakfast Club and on Brilliant Idiots and things of that nature, but we get kind of both on Brilliant Idiots. But I want to see you take more shots with developing the talent, putting us on to things.
Becoming like a Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z's transition was beautiful.
I don't know how easy that's going to be for him though, because if his ideology has changed, if the way he looks at the sphere is completely different, how easy is it going to be for him to instill the right things in people? If
he's friends with Loon, that's already a bad tell. I said that last time.
Like,
I said that 2 weeks ago.
Some of your friends.
Because if he knows,
I really don't like Loon, man. I really don't like Loon, man.
He just started
it. He started it. Honestly, he really did start it. He started it, but it's all good. But go ahead.
I was about to say, like, Danny, do you find Loon interactive? Like, you find him
entertaining?
Well, I'm not gonna say that
I
word.
don't. I even know Loon be leaving like comments in my comment section sometimes, but I actually think Loon is I don't know if it's Loon or his people, but I think Loon is
you like
the
him.
The question he asked. Go ahead, my bad.
Nah, you good, my fault.
I'm glad y'all keeping it real cordial
Nah,
because it seemed like you ain't like the nigga at first.
Tony, don't try to do you and Lauren. That's you and Lauren, nigga. But Danny, please keep talking.
Okay, yeah, my bad. I think my phone is like just but I think Loon, to me, he asks good questions when I'm watching his interviews. Like I think the one with AD, he elicited responses that were different, and also with Maul. So I think in the space he's needed for the way he connects with people. I don't think the comparisons to Tax Stone are ones that make sense to me.
That was ridiculous.
I don't think he's going to be the savior of the Black Effect. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be the savior of the Black Effect. I honestly think Charlamagne just values his wisdom, and that's maybe why he put him on. But yeah, I don't have an issue with Loon whatsoever.
Okay. Well, let's not go too much into Big Loon though. We'll save that for another day and another call. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep this topic tight still. But I mean, I think we're pretty much done. Is there anything else that you kind of wanted to say about the radio ratings kind of being off tilt or whatever, or we can let you go?
Don't nobody care about radio, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, radio matters, man. That's one thing I always am like. Radio matters, man. Like I don't know why. I think radio is also kind of like a proving ground for what podcast might become successful. I think when a guy like Steve Harvey is getting a 9.0 in the market, you see the contracts that people in radio are getting versus the people in podcasting are getting. I mean, it's rare that a personality gets a big bag in podcasts. Like it's only but so many people that get that. In radio, you could really dominate the fan bases, the venues they can sell out. Those radio folks is just different. That's one thing that I think that's a tired narrative. Honestly, that radio doesn't matter.
Okay.
And I don't think I've heard that like that radio doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter if we're talking about on some like talking and hosting,
right.
As far as voice work. But as far as like music, it's a
little different. Yeah,
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But
It's hard to compare podcasting to being in the niggas' ear every morning at the same time
with an 808,
a part of their routine.
I have one question
There's
for you,
still
Danny.
value in that.
I have one question for you, Dane. Do you think there is a world where radio will go away and podcasts will take it over altogether, and there's going to be podcast mediums that do all the music things? Like, do you think the radio ever going to die, or you think it's always going to be a valid like source?
I think it'll always be a valid source. I mean, I feel like, nowadays maybe cars are being built without radios, but they'll probably have internet radio stations, and these big conglomerates will still find a way into cars via Wi-Fi.
for sure.
And I think it will live on the legacy.
Yeah, I think radio will live forever because they took the CD player out, but they didn't take the radio out.
That's
you
a
know
fact.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
Plus, the radio's on your Spotify app. And,
Exactly.
You know,
That's
and-
a fact.
We just gonna consume it in different means.
That's what I
all,
mean. I
that's
think
all.
that's what I was getting at. I was
Yeah.
getting at like podcasting and other things turning into it, but I get
Yeah.
it, I guess.
But hey, Danny, we appreciate you calling in, man. Congratulations on your 10K success as well, too, man.
Oh, you hit 10K too, Danny?
Yep, he hit 10K
All right.
recently too.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, I hope
Yeah,
you
man,
sipping
shout out
champagne with
to
the
everybody.
guys.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Congratulations.
man.
Sip some champagne. That's what we doing
Yeah.
currently as we speak. You know what
Like
I'm
you wish
saying?
you was dead, nigga.
Yeah. So,
Sip
but
champagne with the guys.
yeah, but yeah, I appreciate you calling in, man, and we'll be in
Yeah.
touch, and we'll do this again for sure. Absolutely.
All right, man. Peace, y'all.
All right, be
right.
safe,
All
Yeah,
man.
right,
be
bro.
safe, nigga. Hey, man, shout out to Danny, man. We had a little special prize,
Yeah.
surprise caller.
Yeah, shout out to Danny. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for that topic. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. And that was kind of perfect. It was like 24, and we had only watched like 30 seconds of that video, so it's kind of perfect timing on that.
Why watch the video when we can get it from the tap?
right.
This nigga
you know?
Danny knew the market cap.
Come
for,
on now, yeah. That's why
global conglomerates coming.
I think the national GOP is at
What's
like
wrong with this
2.3% or something right
That's
now.
why after I watched the video, I DM'd him. I said, "Look, I need you to. I want to cover this topic. I
Yeah.
just need you to call in. You know what I'm saying?" So,
This nigga Danny's very technical. Shout out to Danny, man.
yeah, shout out to Danny from the stop. Make sure y'all go follow him, and it'll be tagged in the video and everything. But let's go ahead and move on to this next thing, which is 1090 Jake is out here just terrorizing the black community with snitching allegations and paperwork.
Yeah, at what point is it snitching to snitch on snitches?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. That's a great question.
Where do we draw the line? You can only tattletale on so many snitches until you become that.
Yeah, and this is his thing.
This is what you do.
And this is the thing that's like sick about him, which is kind of like what this thing is. We'll get to that later, and because there's another instance that it happened, but it's like 1090 Jake is exposed. So he's completely put. There's a part of me that hates that when he puts paperwork out on somebody, it has there's that entire black community's fan base, and all of a sudden this, like
And
this.
it's a screenshot of a
But
nigga on
I
IG Live.
gotta defend myself. Yeah, I hate that.
This
I hate
is
that
also
part.
like 1090 Jake. He was a heavy participant of this game of
True.
criminality.
True.
So it's
You
there.
just snitched.
It's there. It's,
You just snitched on the snitch that snitches on snitches.
what you mean? This is what he said.
is-
It's all out there, niggas.
I mean, and it's the thing too. Let me just throw this out there before I start asking like the salacious questions about like 1090 Jake.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not taking anything away from his work ethic. 1090 Jake comes with facts that he's paid for from the district. He does every step, and it's not that he's doing all the steps just to tell somebody this person's a snitch and post the paperwork online. 1090 Jake is putting these YouTube videos together that are masterful. He's telling stories, you know what I'm saying? He's not just telling you so-and-so got paperwork. He's weaving that motherfucking tail,
Yeah, he is.
period. You know
It's
what
like
I'm saying?
he's auditioning for the FBI.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I'm not knocking nothing about his hustle and his actual quality of work. It is superior and A1.
And snitching is very specific.
It's an art.
Like snitching, that word is used to get yourself out of trouble. Like you're throwing your dirt on another man.
That's true.
So this is tattletelling. This is textbook tattletelling.
This isn't
Yeah.
tattletelling. This is community work.
He's a law-abiding citizen.
He's a helper.
You think he's a part of his neighborhood watch?
He's
I
kind
think,
of like a volunteer police officer.
I think all hood niggas love him because he's helping like everything.
He's helping
Yeah.
them flush out their crews and stuff.
And by hood niggas, I'm just using that as
he doesn't
criminals.
spin the block on his ops. He does citizens arrests.
Yeah.
Well, no, he waits for their ops to fuck up. You get what I mean?
and catch him in a trail of paperwork.
and catch him. You know what I mean? It's not like he's setting the breadcrumbs for him.
And when you're so prolific at getting people's paperwork, like I wonder what that skill translates to. You think he's an extreme couponer?
Yeah, he can probably
Just because of
find
the organization that it takes.
this nigga can find gold on a sidewalk.
And
He's a
this,
stamp collector.
and this the thing, like, he's turned up a little bit. I've never seen him in this. He's in rare. The last 7 days, 1090 Jacobs has been in rare form because I feel like when the whole
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by in rare form is he's
LeBron in the last year.
He's always told us who snitched. We always got that from him.
Yeah.
But he used to space it out. We used to get one snitch allegation once a month, damn near every 2 weeks. That nigga dropped 3 on us in 1 week.
This nigga's like Chris Hansen with catching pedos.
You know what I'm saying? He said, oh, and then now he's moving at the level of, if you have something to say to me about what I just put out, I'm running your name now, and I'll go ahead and tell everybody what you do. So
now you can't touch him.
Now he's put himself in a
might
different
get your situation illuminated.
Exactly, and that's what we've seen happen
Taking a
twice.
Big Act approach.
That's what we've seen.
Charleston approach.
That's a
the Charleston approach. You're right.
And that's what we've seen happen twice. So
And you know,
That's
I
what
honestly,
most white men do. That's their biggest card.
But I think,
Touch me and you gonna get your shit fucked up.
yeah.
but I honestly, because it has been a lot of people, you know, being
03 Greedo,
finesse.
finesse 2 times.
Who's that right there? He looks like a Dominican baseball player.
That was I think that's 03 Greedo.
Greedo, yeah.
Yeah, that's 03 Greedo. He does it he looks like a Mexican.
Ezekiel Fernandez.
He looks like a Texican.
And you know, like
Yes.
Play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
and you know, like
the Rangers.
the myth with like all these rappers is that half of them have told before.
Yeah.
So you know,
Yeah.
1090 Jake over the years, he's probably known about all the snitches in rap, but one snitch, you know, he said some bullshit to him in the DM. So he's like, okay, like these snitches getting a little talky now, like they're getting a little antsy.
Right, yeah.
So he's getting mad at all of them. So he's just letting it all fly.
Yeah,
Do
and
we
it's-
get a 1090 Jake without a 6'9" situation?
Do we get a 1090 Jack without?
I think he was
6'9"?
here already.
Yeah, I don't know what his. Well, I kind of remember watching a video because he did an Adam22 interview, and I kind of remember the beginning because his started with him telling like jail stories because he did a lot of time in Florida jail. So that's what a lot of his stories were based about.
Yeah,
was
he
like
was a vlogger.
He started out as like
it wasn't even vlogger. It was just like
a Cali muscle
story
type of nigga.
time.
story time kind of thing.
That's a whole lane of YouTuber category. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And then he didn't want to get pigeonholed there. Then he started just reporting on like if
It's a good way to put it.
yeah, because he turned into like
He's a journalist.
there was a shooting in Philadelphia that involved 7 people. So he would like tell the same story that the news told in 30 seconds, but give it like a 10-minute graphic Boston accent description. You know,
With a real white nigga behind the camera.
yeah, exactly. So you know what I'm saying? So he started giving that. Then he always just kind of sprinkled the paperwork. And he always talked about that. But now it's just like paperwork.
Snitches got him mad.
Yeah. Paperwork all the time.
And this is probably a mentally draining job to, you know, out snitches in a fashion that he does. You know?
Yeah, like, do you think he could pass a lawyer exam? You think he passing the bar?
Bar?
If he can pass,
With his
100
knowledge
can
of the
pass.
law?
That's the thing. I don't think so. A lot of these jail niggas are so smart at law. I don't think they could pass the bar. But you know what? That would be something good. That would be a video. That would be a great YouTube video. If we got like all
Let these niggas take a bar test.
yeah, like let him whack 100. Let him take a criminality bar
Let them all
test.
get their Cartiers.
Yeah,
Put
and
them on and do some paperwork.
let's see how good they really are.
Yeah,
just
what do you
off
really
of-
know?
Yeah, because I mean they speak like
Like
that. Like that shit's law.
Like
Yeah.
it's all be
It's a
y'all.
second language.
Yeah.
What I think is they know their case back to back, and they
Yeah.
know what they did wrong and the stipulations with they shit.
Right.
But just a general knowledge of what happens,
Yeah.
probably not.
But that's
Yeah.
what the general knowledge comes from talking to other niggas that got locked up.
And
so you
exposing
accumulate all this knowledge. All right, he got locked up for bank robbery and you fucked up right there. So
Yeah.
you
Right.
just kind of get it as
if
you
I
go.
hear about 5 home invasions, 5 armed robberies, 5 possession charges,
You'll figure out the law in those different
and
states.
each
that,
of
you
those
know,
things that and then if you spend a lot of jail time, y'all having a lot of paperwork parties, I'm sure there's a lot of
Yeah.
time to soak knowledge. You can't beat a nigga in studying that's in
Yeah.
jail. It's just
You
impossible.
can't. It's literally impossible.
It's just literally impossible.
And
Yeah.
Wait to study in jail?
if you're gonna read
To
anything,
beat a nigga
yeah.
in the free world studying in jail on the
Oh,
top
yeah,
of it.
nah.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
too much free time.
Yeah.
Whose woman is this?
So this is one of the situations where he exposed the 03 Greedo and he
Yeah.
was doing what he does. And this white woman jumped out in the comments because No Jumper always posts anytime he exposes somebody. So she pretty much jumped in the comments and was like, I know him, or I was a lawyer that worked on this case.
This hoe is a lawyer.
That's what they said, and apparently this is wrong. Greedo didn't snitch, blah, blah, blah. She was up there. She was one of those, like, she left a nice little paragraph in the comments under the No Jumper post.
She was like the white woman in The Blind Side.
Yeah, so
I promise the nigga can read. I promise.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And 1090 Jake said, "Oh, you said you want to get in my business?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and play." You know, so
If I was gonna have a lawyer, I would definitely have one that looks like that.
yeah,
Nigga, that can go either way.
It could
depends on how
Stop it.
battle tested she
That
is.
can go
Stop
either
it.
way.
go either
She
way.
could either fumble the case or she's gonna win.
If there's a blonde,
unanimously.
if there's a blonde option, I'm taking the blonde though.
Of course, you have to. That's the
Yeah.
limited edition.
But I'm taking the older blonde. I'm taking the 40, 50-year-old blonde.
Yeah,
The dirty
but,
blonde.
but she's still hot though.
But she's still hot. Yeah, I'm taking that.
I don't know.
Because her and the
Like
DA
the white
go
girl
back.
from Bad
Facts.
Teacher. Like the
The-
white girl from Bad
the
Teacher.
judge might have just graced something of bastard. We don't know, but I just know that.
You think most judges are that gullible to where if it's a bad lawyer,
It's
like
not even. It's not. I don't think it's gullibility.
gullibility.
It's
Abuse of power.
it's just like
You're flexing your muscle.
We went to school together. You know, I went to Wake Tech with you. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? That's just what it is. You know,
I know what it is.
And it's like even if we weren't cool, it's like you went to. Oh, I did. I knew
Yeah.
somebody that knew you.
Because
you know
we
what I'm
forget
saying?
that all these people in the law sphere
They
went to
know
school
each other.
together. They did all this extra stuff.
They got a
You know what I'm
connection.
saying? Yeah, they got
Yeah.
connections. So they know the past. I know what you used to do back in high school, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's look at how 1090 Jake dealt.
Jesus.
Let's look at how 1090 Jake dealt with somebody who has something to say about his content.
Oh, it's on mute. Oh, no sound.
Why does this happen? Doesn't it
The
feel like
video
it
has
happens
This
sometime
happened.
on
Yeah,
YouTube?
this has been happening on
Like on YouTube,
IG.
sometimes it's just like
It's IG.
or IG
Yeah,
so yeah, the video has no sound. It's just this nigga's.
that's crazy.
because it damn sure had sound.
Look, he looks pretty mad for a white man.
He does. So I can just tell you what he said. He was pretty much. He got on that one. He was energetic. Let me tell you about this Karen that don't know how to mind her business. It's pretty much a white bitch that don't know how to mind her business. So let me tell y'all a little bit about her. This is her
White
name.
on white crime.
Yeah, so he was like, this is her first and last name. So apparently she shot a homeless man knocking on her window and got acquitted of all the charges, even though she was 100% in the wrong. This is you? This is you, the one that got something to say about me? Like, so he exposed her business of, it's right there, that top of it.
See, that's why you gotta.
Does that make her more attractive?
She's definitely.
What's the definition of a Karen?
Yeah, there we go.
Like, y'all explain it. Them white bitches that don't mind their business, what's the definition of a Karen?
He's on deep.
Let me know, because there ain't no fucking way that this right here is this right here. Katie Quackenbush, Porsche owner avoids jail for shooting a homeless man who asked her to move her car? Ain't no fucking way that this is. Hang on. Let's see. Let's
Wait,
check her
wait.
Instagram. Katie Quack. No. Look at you. This is you? Without the filter? Ugh. Hey, I got a question for y'all. What's the definition?
Yeah. So that's how.
Wait, so she shot a homeless man that asked her to move her car.
And he's
She
calling
probably
her.
parked in that nigga's apartment.
And he's calling her a
Yeah.
Karen.
and she popped him and beat the case.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
crazy.
self-hate. Because if you were to get on camera and talk about a black woman with this much hostility, you
Oh
would be a
my
coon.
God, you couldn't. Yeah, well, you could. But
It
you
depends on
couldn't.
the context.
It does depend on the context.
Because niggas will agree.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, yeah,
That's
you
true.
ain't lying about the
That
black
is
woman.
true. That is true. It's,
Yeah.
it's risky. It's riskier.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility. You can get away with it because I know when I did the Sheesh Hard Eyes videos, about 5 people told me not to do it. And I said
Like
You
women.
went against common.
I had to. I
You went
had
against
to.
what the common.
That bitch tried me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to, you know? And it turned out beautifully for her. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, yeah, but it's risky, though. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely risky. But, yeah, so...
Is that Playboy Cardi?
That is
Honestly,
kind of
that's so
strange
crazy.
though.
Is that Playboy Cardi right there?
Nigga, that's Dracula. But he is
Big vamp.
So not only did that happen, though...
I'm about to say he sounded kind of mad and it's kind of
Yeah.
hilarious.
It is. And I forgot to... See, he's gassed up. You know what I'm saying? This is
Maybe
a new
he does have
superpower
a
thing for
problem.
him.
There might be more to the story.
Because he got mad at a white woman and the first thing he thought of was to expose
was
her
to tell.
of something dirty about her past. So he might have a problem.
I wonder what software he uses.
he be calling.
Yeah.
Like he's talked about it because like he doesn't just accept paperwork. Like I can't just scan documents in and send it in to you. Before he makes a video out of it, he'll normally reach out to the county or whatever that paperwork came from and try to buy it himself to make sure that it matches up.
Yep.
So he's doing all his due diligence normally, and if he doesn't, he puts a bunch of prefixes on it or just like cautions on it. Like, look, this was sent to me. Based off what I can tell, it hasn't been altered or nothing.
Not authenticated.
I have called them. I've tried to pay. They won't release it to me. So this is all we're going off of. So y'all do it because that was the case with one of these paperworks that he dropped either on 03 Greedo.
It was a little iffy.
Or
Finesse 2 times.
Or Finesse 2 times. That was one of those situations where he couldn't get it initially, but it looked authentic to him. But he still put it out. But
he should do a collab with Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer.
Did the big swole dude, right?
I don't think he big.
Wait, Bruce. Never mind. I'm thinking of somebody else. A dude that used to do like prison time stories. Black dude, bald.
Cali Muscle.
Yeah,
Cali
I think
Muscle.
so.
That
Yeah,
would
that's
also.
what,
They should do a 3 thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But
what, nigga? My fault. Go ahead.
but there
Don't
was
make it gay.
there was a so on Reddit, I forgot to screenshot it or put it in here. T-Rail jumped in 1090 Jake's comments and was like, yo, I know 03 Greedo, he a good dude, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he was barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
1090 Jake sent him back 3 messages. His first, his middle, his last name. And he was like, keep my name, like, don't hit me up no more. And then put a rat emoji. So he threatened T-Rail too, like, I already got your paperwork. You a fucking rat too. Like,
And I think
What
to
does
be
a morning look like for this nigga?
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
a cup of orange juice, nigga, some vitamin C to start his day.
Yo, like, it's niggas crashed out on Hennessy. They don't even know. It's a nigga at 6 a.m. up fresh in the morning.
Playing
Googling.
classical music.
Calling the district attorney.
But it's because niggas are fucking with him, like Charleston White. Like
Yeah.
people are pushing him to that edge.
He can't, but somebody like Charleston White, it doesn't work on. You know what I'm saying? Because
mean?
Charleston White works for the police. There's
Right.
nothing you can say about, there's nothing 1090 Jake can do to Charleston White. 1090 Jake is out here putting these gangster rappers in fucking a panic mode. They're
Yeah,
in
purgatory.
He is fucking them up, bro. Like, it's bad. Like,
Yeah.
because when he makes a video about somebody, within 24 to 48 hours, that rapper is on live doing a lot of explaining. Every time. It doesn't fail.
It's a lot of people snitching, man. I just saw this 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 interview. Allegedly, Q4 was snitching. You know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah.
did like 9 months and he had like 200 kilos worth
Something
of
crazy,
fentanyl.
yeah. When you should be doing 10 years, like,
Yeah.
at least, yeah.
And his like best friend got randomly arrested for 10 years. It's like
my
one of those.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a bunch of snitches and maybe they should be exposed.
It's extremely profitable business because
Yeah, can we look at his views real quick?
I wonder if he's gonna hit. He's got to hit his million soon. He's got to hit his music soon. His million soon.
Because I don't just watch his videos, but you know, I
And
support it.
who is his audience?
A lot of white people.
Combination, but I feel like his views be going up slow as fuck, bro. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like just for some
1090
reason I feel
Jake,
like he does good enough work to where he should be at 1 million by now. Can you look at his social blade? Because I feel like it should gone up by now. But
Because he's a
at-
nigga. He don't do none of the subscribe, like, notify.
Yeah, he does, bro. 1090 Jake has a beautiful intro. He has an intro that's catchy.
You showed me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. Something. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video,
We snitching on everybody.
Yeah. And then, you know, his videos is kind of like a Trap Lord Ross. Like, you don't have to subscribe. You could just kind of go back to him.
maybe that's what it
It's
is.
different, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Maybe that's what it is.
But as far as his audience, I feel like it's a lot of Hispanics for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like it's a lot of Hispanics. A
It's
lot more
of
than
them
we
in the
think.
life. Yo, that's him right there.
That's him.
Yeah.
Is he white or is he
He white.
He's white.
Is his name Diego? He looks like a Diego right there.
Yeah, I just feel like he should be at 1 million by now, just because it feels like he's been at like 950,000 for like multiple months, and I just feel like he goes so viral every time he drops a video. How is he not hit 1 million yet?
It's probably that same thing where, you know, like you just go back to his page without subscribing. You
just
know
go
where to
back.
go look for it.
You know.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Like, because he does have a page that you don't need to subscribe to,
Right.
Yeah.
But it'll pop up in the algorithm, and you're gonna And he gets posted so many times because now he's got like these connections with like No Jumper, and No Jumper is a lightning rod to your content. So they post you on their Instagram,
and a nigga,
it's a perfect storm. You know?
Nigga getting called a snitch is a field day for a nigga in the hood.
God,
like, oh my, another nigga snitch.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're gonna be posting it like, yo, this 1090 check found another
it's gonna
snitch.
go so crazy, dog, that it's like
It's unfortunate.
What happens to his career and credibility if it comes out that he has paperwork?
I don't think that does anything.
Something did come out, and that's when he went quiet for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, he did go quiet because he was getting a lot of traction at one point, and then this paperwork came out where he like it looked like he snitched, but then he did one of those little tours where he was defending himself, the same position he'd be putting them other rappers in, but all of a sudden video slowed down all of a sudden.
He did some magic.
I remember that. And then like his excuse was, I lied to the police about somebody to take the heat off of me, pretty much.
I lied to somebody.
That sounds like snitching.
That's worse than
He snitched on an imaginary person.
The only time I've heard somebody say they snitched and it sounded like, you know, I kind of see what you're saying is when Tax said he called the cops on the cop.
Oh, yeah.
Because the nigga was robbing him.
Or when I forgot who said it, but
forgot about that.
somebody snitched on their dead cousin. They said their dead cousin.
T.I. He put some. Which that didn't seem that bad to me.
That didn't seem that bad to me either.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
If I'm fighting a body, I can't.
The
you're
dead
gone.
nigga did it.
Yeah.
If you're
I'm
dead.
okay with y'all just to throw this out there.
Yeah.
I'm okay with y'all putting a body on me if y'all ever get in that position.
Yeah,
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like, I'm okay with that. Like,
Yeah, because if you're already gone, like
if I'm already gone, that's kind of crazy for me to do life when I could just.
But there's
But
only
what if that prevents you from getting in heaven?
whatever code there. I
Jesus.
don't know if that's gonna be good. Well, you already doing some shicey stuff that you already not going anyway. So
That's true. The lifestyle you're living, you're probably. They be the most religious though, you know. Fucking
Yeah.
a cartel, at least a cartel member, they'll chop somebody up and go to confession.
Pray to
Yeah, because they're like
Santeria.
Muslim extremists. Like, you got to believe in God to act that
Exact-
fucking crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So,
But I don't know. I think if anything came out on 1090, I don't think it really stopped his motion that much. I mean, he just doing the Charleston White thing, right?
And I
but
think
then it's just the bittersweet hypocrisy.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but he can roll into that. He can be like, "That's why I'm doing this." You know,
Who
you know what I'm saying?
better to read paperwork
Than
than the nigga who filled it out?
You feel what I'm saying?
He know exactly what to sign and dot his name.
you know
Yeah, I
where to
guess
find
I
it.
know how to.
Initial on the 7th page.
that's why.
takes
That's
one to
why
know
he's
one.
so good. That's why he's
Yeah.
so good at reading the paperwork and everything.
He know where to find his shit. But I don't think. I think it's the exact opposite. Like, I think he's really against snitching, and that's why he does this. You get what I mean? Like, kind of like
Like Maury Povich being against illegitimate fathers.
Yeah.
you'll never catch him in that situation because of what he does.
Maury claims all his kids because he can't contradict
That's a
himself.
fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You just exposing niggas all day.
3 million.
You better claim every
3
child.
million
You probably,
views.
Maury, yeah.
But
He probably the easiest to get.
yeah. Well, you know, 1090 Jake is out here doing work, and y'all hood niggas seem to snitch a lot. It seems to be second nature, honestly. The way he's making it seem like.
Is it like, would he be getting a lot more hate if he was black? Like, if he was like regular nigga, you know what I mean?
wonder,
Are we used to white people being in positions of authority?
and that's something that like Whack 100 hates him for.
For being Caucasian.
Oh my God! Please look up Whack 100 spazzing on 1090 Jake. When I say this is the most epic sound on Clubhouse history, nigga. And I fuck with 1090 Jake, but hear a Whack snap on him,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. That shit is amazing, bruh. He was like, yo, that nigga Whack, he ran that nigga off forever. He said, he was like, we don't give a fuck about you white boy over here. This is Clubhouse. This is Whack 100, the 100 side. Like, the nigga lost his fucking mind, bro.
Oh, so that
100
means
side.
that 1090 Jake was right. Because all he
Yeah.
did was yell and rep his shit.
Oh, yeah, well, we know that's what he does, though. But that doesn't stop it from being less entertaining.
These niggas both look fucking
Okay.
hilarious.
And then we'll end this segment with this, because this is just
I think it
amazing.
might be this.
Yo, Wack got the same face you got for the homeroom photo. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey,
They're actually both making the same expression. His head is just tilted.
hey, that's
Yeah.
what jail do to you. But hey,
do it. I have the ability to do it, so I might as well, whatever.
Hey, yo, 1090, so what happened with that nigga ratted on? What was the end result of that?
You ain't right on nobody.
Come on, bro. We
Fuck
talking
you
about for real now. Nah, for real. Like, let's talk about
Nah, for
telling
real.
it
What are you talking about?
That's whack.
the ratting, bro.
What ratting?
So now you gonna act like you don't know?
No, I'm just
you
saying
blog
you
on
acting
everybody
like
else?
you know. You acting like you know because
You
you
don't know what's
mentioned it on
going on?
Instagram. I told you to make the
Shut
call because
your
they made a
blood
call
out your
and
mouth.
said
Let's
that
talk
that
about
paper
your
ain't even
ratting.
exist.
I want to talk about your rat, nigga. Fuck, I want to talk about.
So what?
Cause I see you as a motherfucking modern day Klansman that's trying to tear down black people. Our business ain't your business. But
And
let's talk
they
about
be
it.
saying
Let's
you be doing the
show.
same
Look, shut
shit
the
to your
fuck
own
up.
people.
Shut the fuck up,
What
boy.
the fuck is you
You
talking
the
about?
boy now. You the fucking boy.
They be
It been
saying you be
reversed. So
doing
I'm gonna
shit to your
ask
own
you
people.
about. Look,
What the
if
fuck
we
you
gonna
talking
talk about everything, your ratting come first. So let's talk about clear up your ratting.
The voice
That
is
was the
an
beginning.
instrument.
That was the beginning of it.
That was the beginning of it.
Oh, okay, I was about to
It
say,
got
it sounded
wicked
like
after
he was
that.
going off.
That was
It got wicked after that.
The voice is an instrument, and he plays it very well.
Yeah.
Like, there's a point in time where I forgot 1090 Jake was in the room.
Yeah.
This is whatever Wack is saying right now is what's
It's
gospel,
what matters.
nigga.
And it's easy to hate somebody for their whiteness,
It is. It's an easy punch.
especially when they're doing something like
Yeah,
this.
modern Klansman.
Yeah, he called him a modern Klansman. Like, Jesus Christ. Does he even know what that means?
He don't give a, it sounded fire,
I don't even
though.
think Wack knows what that really
It,
means.
is, it didn't even make sense, but it sounded so good. Who
It damn
cares?
sure did.
Joe Biden's a modern Klansman.
This another one.
Shout out to
Goes
Joe
crazy
Biden.
on 1090 Jake. Okay, yeah. How long is this video?
This is a 10-minute video.
See if there's a timestamp of when it starts in the comments.
Yeah, somebody with a laughing emoji.
Yeah.
Like, this part was funny.
Exactly. Literally. Yeah. Like,
Right.
it's amazing. Like,
How long is the video?
But these are
10 minutes.
These are clubhouse niggas. They don't do that.
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. They don't even. They don't
that's
even
a
fully-
fact.
Just go ahead, hit play. We'll just. we'll
Fix
just,
it,
we'll
go
just
through
surf
it.
through.
Surf through it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, and if you knew
hell
him,
no.
let's do a lot
Hey,
of surfing.
this-
Go halfway through.
And dislike that shit.
Yeah, go halfway. Go halfway
I
through.
will.
Fuck that shit.
I'm halfway through now.
About everything, your ratting come first. So let's talk about clear up your ratting. Can we talk about your ratting? Yes or no?
So where the paperwork?
Your allegations of ratting.
Where the paperwork?
Are we gonna
Pause,
talk about
pause.
your ratting?
Where the
If we
paperwork?
Where the paperwork is a very good comeback
Yeah.
because that's a real comeback. Like, where's the paperwork?
Because we deal in paperwork.
We're dealing in paperwork.
Yeah, facts.
But according to hood nigga philosophy, there's plenty of ways to snitch that don't involve direct
That is true.
paperwork.
That is
yeah,
true.
just dropping a dime on a nigga.
There's loopholes to tattletelling.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see about it.
You can point in the direction and not sign anything.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a good spot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might be skipping a little bit more.
It sounds like he's mad. That's pretty
We
good.
skip forward a little more.
Just skip through a little bit more.
Because this is where we ended off on.
Yeah.
The last one.
talk about your ratting. Listen, you content. Bitch. Welcome to Clubhouse. Nigga. You don't run nothing over here. Sit down and shut the.
That was it. Go back. Just go back.
Welcome to
That was the run.
Clubhouse.
That was the run.
Okay.
That was the run right there.
I got you.
Sound like death row.
Rat, you little bitch. Don't come in here and talk about no black man on no platform. You little bitch. Take your motherfucking ass over there. Take your ass over there to the Ed Sullivan show. Shut your bitch ass up. Sit down while I'm talking to you. You little motherfucker. Now let's talk about your rat. Listen, you content. Bitch. Welcome to Clubhouse, nigga. You don't run nothing over here. Sit down and shut the fuck up, nigga. Welcome to Hip Hop Trends, where we check these top motherfuckers, nigga. Exclusive motherfucker, with motherfucking Rockstar 2800, a power root bang the phone, bitch, and keep blood out your mouth. Rockstar, East Side, West up. I'm out.
You gotta do anything to go.
That nigga
Amazing.
it should be in the Radio Hall of Fame.
Bro.
Oh my
For that
God.
alone.
That alone, my nigga.
That shit was glorious.
Yeah, bro. And I fuck with 1090 Jake, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
There's only one nigga on this earth that can do that. Welcome to Clubhouse.
I was about to say,
Shut
it's
the
like,
fuck up.
I love that shit so much, bro.
What did he say? Whack 100 out, nigga?
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out.
Wow.
That's it for
That was
1090
amazing.
Jake.
Whack 100. Shout out to Whack, man. I can't wait to meet him.
Bro, I can't wait to meet Whack 100, bro. Because he's just like the funniest.
See whose voice is more powerful.
But since we're talking, let's transition over to Adam interviewing Lena the Plug. So how did those pictures update for you? How did those videos update?
Oh, they came through. They came
Okay,
through.
good. So Adam22 and the
Nigga said, I
Adam22.
see every bit of an areola right now.
Yeah, so Adam22 and Lena the Plug did an interview. They are really milking this thing.
Shout out to Adam for
Down.
being a good husband.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is one of the
Promoting his
pieces of
wife's
content that just keeps lactating.
But bro, going back to our conversation that we had, is she like legend status? Bro, TMZ covered this.
You want to know? This is
serious.
This is the same level as like the OJ decision. Like niggas just waiting for it to happen.
Yes,
so
dog.
like they don't even
Kim
care.
Kardashian's introduction into mainstream society.
I asked that
Well,
question.
I don't know because you did, but I don't know because we didn't know.
I forgot you did.
We knew Kim, but we didn't. She wasn't a staple yet.
Nigga,
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, this is just as influential, nigga. I don't know.
I don't think it's just as influential because when people saw Kim Kardashian, they also wanted to look like her. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of crazy. Like the Kim thing wasn't just she has a sex tape. It was
our first time seeing an off-white bitch.
Yeah, it was like
what the hell is that?
It was like she changed the way women presented themselves after that. You know.
I'll give you that.
Is
the 4-minute one first.
Has there ever been a more anticipated porn scene?
Now this is I haven't, you good. But I can't remember one in recent memory that was this anticipated. The last one that I can think of is R. Kelly. Honestly.
Bigger than R. Kelly tape? That's what I was about to say.
I don't think it's bigger than R. Kelly tape. Speaking of R. Kelly, real quick, shout out to Whack 100 again. Whack 100 was on the phone call with R. Kelly.
That was real. I don't know why I thought that was some bullshit.
Nigga, that was real. Whack is that nigga, bruh. And he was playing the phone call on the Adam and Whack show. But besides the point, you know what I'm saying?
No other vagina in this world has been talked about like Lena's.
I haven't remembered of, I don't remember vagina being talked about.
But Ack did have a good point, and it's really because she's his wife compared to it just being her.
But
that's very true.
I mean,
but that's a factor.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that matters. That's why it's a conversation. Because otherwise, she'd just be another whore.
Right, but people are talking about her like she's the biggest thing ever. I'm like, she ain't the one making the noise. She is the one making the noise, but it wasn't specifically on her own.
It's the same way with Kim and Ray J. It's not just Ray J. It's not just Kim K.
It was Ray J. That's true.
Kim
That's true.
and Ray J and Kim, for being
it was both of them. Yeah.
But that project alone launched Kim Kardashian into a different stratosphere.
Right.
So you think
What happens to Lena the Plug's stature after this? Did she get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Oh, no, that'd be crazy. Now, what I want to say, so this is going to be interesting because now, one thing I will say, like Adam is doing everything he's supposed to do to get this promo right. He's leaning all the way into the cuck thing. Honestly, I think it's a little too much now at this point. Like, it's kind of corny now. Like, the lean into it is just like, oh god, it's almost like it's starting to get cringy a little bit, but it's almost over because this will be dropping. We drop these on Tuesday. This will drop tomorrow. So tomorrow it is the wait is over.
What else can you do?
Watch it live.
We probably shouldn't watch it live. Even the sounds, I think.
Nigga, I'm next to you. But I wouldn't.
You're a podcaster. You're a journalist, nigga.
Yeah, this is journalism.
You have to be objective.
Yeah,
shout out. We haven't even shouted him out. Shout out to Jason Love, Jason Monster.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. The
Jason
Beast.
Love, the Beast.
The man.
The nigga from the lagoon.
Yeah. The man in the shadows.
Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah. He's a myth.
The Sasquatch.
But there is two things that I wanted that I There's two things that I screen recorded from their interview that I wanted to take out because this is something that's going to be interesting to talk about. Is one, Lena said she was actually ready after the wedding to have another child and fade away from.
Wow.
Damn. But it's okay. But Adam said, how about you go back in there and we amp this up? And she was like, yeah, because you did have a bad year.
Adam?
In terms of coming fast?
No, in terms of money.
Okay.
But you see, it
wasn't fiscal enough, so he had to put his girl out on the stroll.
It probably wasn't the worst fiscal year they've had, but
ever since
I think Adam enjoys this kind of just as much as she does. But
for sure.
But not in a cuck way, but just in like a business. Like all of these men are calling me a cuck because they want to see my girl get.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure. I think there's definitely an actual sexual desire in there that he's scratching as well. No questions asked.
You think he wants to get the black man's leftovers?
It's not about. It's about.
Yes.
It's about how desirable his woman is.
I think there's a lot of. Let's just watch this. So real quick, just so y'all know, I screen recorded this while I was driving. I was Bluetoothing to the radio. It sounds a little crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm glad you told us this excuse before we start. I was just like
ghetto setups, but hey,
let's see.
I tried. You know,
hey,
it's not
we'll want to work with in the duration of her career. We'll cross that bridge at some
I have
point.
to get Adam's okay, and it's probably going to be after the scene comes out when he sees how it plays out.
We're gonna have to do some review. I told her early on, I'm like, I just don't want to feel like indebted to have to like be on board with this like nonstop throughout the future.
Yeah, when we came home from the honeymoon, I was like, I think I'm ready to have another baby. And Adam was like, I don't think so. And then now Adam keeps asking me when I want to have another baby.
Well, because it is kind of like there's like a timer of sorts. Because it's like, if we want to have another kid or two, I mean, at a certain age, it's considered like a high-risk elderly pregnancy or some shit if you're even like close to.
Have y'all? I don't know, man. Like, y'all have wanted something one day and completely changed your mind.
Hell yeah.
I wanted something so bad, and when I got it, it ruined everything for me.
Facts. What's the saying? It's better to want than to have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So, yeah.
It's better to window shop than to go broke trying to impress a bum bitch.
Yeah.
And with that,
it's facts.
And honestly, too, bro, is like the one thing that annoys me with Adam sometimes, or a lot of the times, is like when he talks about men and women relationships and just like
the dynamics,
humans and shit. Like, why are y'all acting like there's not a maternal clock on all women? You know what I'm saying? Why are we struggling with this part of the conversation? And she's getting old,
right?
And the older she gets, the harder it is to have a baby.
Facts.
Nigga, let's keep it fucking pushing.
The older she gets, the less likely her walls are to bounce back from a big black beast of a man.
Right. So it's like they live in this delusion, and one of the things that I don't like. It's not that I don't like, but that annoys me that Adam used to press on this a lot more before the collapse or whatever. He used to always want to talk about corn, but they never want to talk about all the corn stars that regret that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like if y'all are so pressed to have corn conversations, let's have the whole convo
all the way to the end.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and the funniest part is they're like their best friend Riley Reid, who's like a legend in the game.
Is a born again Christian, right?
Yeah, she went on a tour talking about how bad corn was.
Yep.
And y'all still be on here trying to make it seem like this is something that everybody needs. You know what I'm saying?
Granted, I'm sorry. I know he's
You
about to
good?
start.
You good?
Riley Reid, grain of salt. There was a lot with her situation.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, she was a lot more famous than what her bank account was.
Gotcha.
But I never heard of this from a
boy
Katie
band
Morgan.
from the 90s.
Yeah, she ain't the only one though.
Yeah, she's not the only one. Because if you talk to Lisa Ann, like, she's gonna tell you, I mean, yeah, it's bad, but look at me, I'm Lisa Ann.
Right.
The color baby.
I think I downplayed how deep the collapse of No Jumper was until I heard you say what you said earlier, because I didn't realize that she was saying she's about to bow out, and this nigga said, "Let's go back in."
Yes.
He was down bad.
That's what I'm saying.
That shows dedication to the game.
He was
down bad.
So when I did just that one little moment, I was like, how bad was how bad has 2023 been on Adam?
You know what I'm saying?
God damn. You know what I'm saying?
So T-Rail being there was the only thing keeping another dick from being in his girl.
It was more than T-Rail.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the whole
goddamn.
Yeah.
But now I really believe this was his
They were a
trump card.
chastity belt.
I feel like this nigga really had this in the back pocket. Like, if anything ever goes down, I'm just pulling this one out.
You ever had a girl that would do anything for you?
That's the point of having a whore on the payroll.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This
You
is
know what I mean?
This is as solid as it get. You have one of the top bottom bitches in the game.
Well, he got a good one though, because the ones that do anything for me at this level, they be crazy, like real crazy.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Explain that. What did you say?
Like I couldn't build a life with you crazy.
Yeah.
He's had children in building a life.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, he got the perfect type of crazy, like do anything for you, but like.
Yeah, I know chicks that'll do anything, but I don't even want to be around them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they'll still do anything for me, you know?
I wonder if she smells different.
Yeah, her pheromones have to be.
Like the pheromone, like just the aura, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I wonder if she smells different.
Sure she does.
Chill out.
And even
like, he can't trust any new gifts. Like, what if she buys him some new cologne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His insecurities might make a fantasy in his head.
You know what's funny? Wack literally said that. He was like, he said that. Wack literally said exactly what you said. He said, if she buys you some cologne, that she enjoyed it a lot. She enjoyed it too much. Adam was under the delusion. This is why I like the Adam and Wack podcast, because Wack keeps him grounded and keeps him out of this delusion.
It's like Morgan Freeman and Andy Dufresne.
Yeah, he literally was like, he was like, Wack was like, you know she came, right? You know she came. He was like, it's kind of hard for her to come. He said, Adam.
Oh
she
God.
Came. He said, Adam, she came.
She definitely
She came. She said, I don't give a fuck what you say. And he was like, I guess I didn't think about that. He said, no. I'm here to tell you, your wife came, and if she starts buying you gifts, you have a fucking problem.
Yep.
Because
Like, she's in her heart. It's like I felt
And
so
then-
good
Yes.
that I need to apologize to my husband in a manner.
Right. And he also was saying, he said,
This is new.
She was like, because Adam said it's kind of hard. She doesn't come easily. He said, yeah, for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
First of all,
for you.
This is a new frontier.
Yeah.
This is warmth she's never sensationalized before.
First of all, and it's like you never say that in general. Like that's
Yes.
a setup from the start. Like
It
it's
was.
hard for your girl to come. Nigga, what?
Yeah, that's a
Like,
fact.
nigga, you keep that to yourself, even if she has no clitoris.
That sounds like a challenge
That is
for
a
a big
fact.
black beast.
That
Yeah,
is a
challenge for the
fact,
right
bro.
man, nigga.
That
But-
really does. That is some shit that you should always keep to yourself.
I know for a fact she came just off the screenshots.
Facts.
I saw this one
Yeah.
picture where he was stuffing dick in there so deep that her stomach like crushed up like an accordion.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
her rib cage, everything was flexible.
Yeah. Let's watch some more of this.
That's
'Cause
what-
I screen
it's-
recorded 4 minutes, but I don't think
You didn't see the picture.
That's what the instrument is
You
called.
did an accordion.
Accordion.
The one where
Yeah. I don't think I was supposed to record 4 minutes, but let's just see what else is on here.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
curious, man.
Because I think I just kind of forgot it was running. I was
know.
driving.
We can run it.
40.
If you go by that number, then they already think I'm too old.
Right. Well, you need to freeze your eggs so we could potentially get a surrogate in case you decide that you want to do more black scenes for the next 10 years, right?
Black.
Oh, pause it. Ooh.
Adam's trying to lock
Ugh.
that. Yeah, it's
Ugh.
bad.
Y'all
Yeah.
hear that?
Yo, yeah,
If
yeah.
you want to do more black guys
Yeah.
with big black
There was
monsters.
a little in there.
And first of all,
and it was a little bit of like, because you ain't going nowhere.
telling a woman,
I'm gonna put as many babies in there as I can.
Yeah.
telling a woman,
It wouldn't matter.
telling a woman she might need to freeze her eggs. That's like asking a bitch her age. It's kind of
Yeah.
one of those like, what you mean I need to freeze my eggs, nigga? You
Yeah.
telling me these eggs not hatching, nigga?
Yeah, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
She does look a little old. I ain't gonna hold you.
She
Like when I
does.
first saw her in this interview,
Nigga, look at her
she look-
breasts. Don't say
is
that.
that
nigga.
what a big black dick does to you? You just get weathered afterwards.
Nigga, she looks glowing. She's glowing to me.
That's the makeup. That's the makeup.
Eternally, but you could tell that there's some weather on that in that face, nigga.
That
Some crow's
probably
feet.
that was probably like the house phone era. We don't know if that's from now. You know what I mean?
She was always cute, but I don't like the whole makeup thing. I'm not a huge makeup person.
Neither am I.
I like
Natural, yeah.
If they do makeup, natural style makeup.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
And she normally, so that's why even like I'm gonna watch the video. Let's just keep it real. Reddit's gonna have it. But
Yeah.
I don't even like high production corn because they be putting all that makeup on. These bitches ain't coming to my house
Yeah,
looking
give-
like that. You
Give
know
me
what I'm
that
saying?
amateur
That's a-
shit. Let me feel like I could. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the performance aspect of most corn.
Yeah,
but
me neither.
Have y'all watched Jason Love's work?
I've seen
Never.
it. I've
Y'all
seen
watched
it.
his movies?
I've seen it on Twitter for sure.
Bro.
He's
Is he as advertised?
I was about to.
it's like when Crip Mac is like, it's all about destruction. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
He's War
This
Machine.
nigga's Bane.
This thing is crazy. It's like,
Yeah.
niggas are walking around like that.
Yeah.
Some
Pause,
niggas will.
you know what I'm saying?
Some niggas were born to beat down.
Some
Yeah.
niggas are born for this life, and he was one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a breeder. He's like Pata Saka.
Because honestly, like
like Wimbiana, he's really 7'2" without shoes.
7
Yeah.
for 3.5 without shoes.
7'2".
He's 7 for 3.5.
But
Without,
this
without
nigga,
shoes, they said. See, he's 7'3" without shoes.
7 for 3.5 without shoes.
okay.
you in his damn half.
He's already
Because that makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
It
But
does.
this
He's
nigga
6'3.5. He claims 6'4.
he did nah, I'm 6'4".
I round
But
up.
this nigga Jason Love is like the exact height, nigga. It doesn't matter the camera angle. Like he's just
Yeah.
hey man.
He's King Kong.
He's King Kong, man.
And he found his white woman, and his dick is the tower that he took her to the top of.
Yeah. But now, the funny thing about this, let's watch a little bit more. My bad. Let's watch a little bit more of this. Because just watching them interact
I will
is
mark that.
very.
I wanna hear that again.
I just want to hear that
Let's
go
just
down.
continue. Let's just get it.
But yeah, let's watch just because honestly,
Hey, we shooting.
just like watching their dynamic, as we already saw the whole black thing. It's just
It's a lot of
He's not even that black.
and then on top of that too, it's like they're really perfect for each other. You know, some people are just built for each other. You know, and it's like
Neither one of them feel like real humans.
exactly.
They both give Norman Bates mannerisms.
And I remember there was a part in this, I don't know if this is part of the screen recording, is like going back to them just like not living in a real world in terms of corn and the realities that it has. Anytime they bring up their child, they brought that up and they were like,
it would have already happened.
Yeah. And Adam pretty much said, Adam pretty much says people only bring up his kid and the effects it'll have from their corn career when they've ran out of things to throw at him.
Yep,
I was like, nigga, what?
But honestly,
the average human is thinking about the child. You know what I'm saying?
But honestly,
y'all just aren't.
I don't even think it matters, dog. Like, the child.
For the child?
Because even if they go, I saw your mommy on camera, it's like, nigga, did you see my father too? Like, he fucking other bitches with my mother. Like,
It's not, except for one time.
But that one time.
This is one time for now.
Look, one.
But
that's the part.
They're talking about doing male, female.
And you know, and people with the kid, a lot of people take the angle of like, they're gonna go to school one day, and they're gonna have to hear about that shit.
The cruelness.
But imagine like you just on Pornhub one day, you see a fat ass, you start beating off,
and then the face turns around,
and it's your fucking mom.
But
that's
what if
the old Oedipus?
But what if
that'll mess you up?
That'll mess you up.
But
that's worse.
I mean that. Imagine you're on YouTube and you see one of your videos pop up, and it's a video where everybody mad at you. It's like this.
It's not the same.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
not the same as jerking off to my mom.
That's
Justin.
not the same.
That is what we call a false equivalence.
Yeah.
No, but it's all about what's normalized. Like, this is life for them.
How early do you think they talk to their children about this?
For them.
Bro.
And that's another thing too, is like, I get the whole normalized conversation. There's certain things that'll never be normalized.
Yeah, first of all, you got to understand. You got to teach your kids where kids come from. That's one conversation that's hard. Now you got to teach them that process is what you niggas did to feed you.
And then you also got to think about this,
That's
too.
how we took care of you.
Then look. Then your mommy has to explain that she got a 4-year degree, but she still chose this as a career path.
Correct.
Yes.
That's a lot of explaining to do.
It's a lot, bro.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, dog. It's different for Daddy. Daddy got tattoos on his face. He kind of been a renegade. He kind of been doing whatever he wanted his whole
You
life.
seen Daddy scratch his own ass and snip it.
Did
You know
they?
he's a fucking
How many kids do they have?
Just one right now.
Daughter
but
or son?
It's daughter.
Oh,
Look,
that's
man,
tough. That's tough.
Where they might be going to school, hopefully their money is right by the time he gets older.
Private schools and all that stuff.
But look, that's gonna be a normal thing. Like, I don't think it's gonna
Porn
be
parents.
I don't think that's
not
I don't think it'll ever be normal, bro. I don't think it'll ever
not
be normal.
It's not.
You don't remember.
Y'all have.
Especially on top of this too, because they put her in front of the camera. We all know what she looks like.
Yeah, she's a part of the thing.
If they protected her, it'd be a little bit easier. But now we all know, like,
what
what
the daughter looks like.
Yeah,
But
like
Y'all don't think y'all thinking like squares a little bit.
You don't remember.
most people are squares.
Yeah, most people are squares.
That's the thing. You got to think about the masses. We talking about what's normal and what's not normal.
To me, I could care less, but most people are squares.
You don't
And their
remember
daughter might be a
15-year-old
square.
you. Imagine a nigga came to school and you could find his mom full-fledged, posted by another man that isn't her daddy.
And she's,
might
she's one of the best that ever did it.
And it might be worse in that private school system too. I don't even know. It might be.
I feel like it is.
It might be worse in that private school system.
I saw this video of these two rich white dudes like beefing on the street, and he was like, "It looks like your parents work a lot." Like, I was like, "Damn,
You a latchkey kid,
nigga, what?
self-raised nigga.
This is so rich. This is a rich diss, bruh.
Parents couldn't afford
That
to
is
put
a
hands on
rich
you.
fucking
That's
diss.
a rich diss. That's a rich.
That's a rich diss. It looked like your parents work a lot.
That's
Baby
crazy.
oil.
I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What
Yeah,
kind of money is this nigga used
Yeah,
to?
I felt that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I might take that.
yeah, bro.
It's sponsored by J Nobles. Like,
Yeah, but let's go to the other clip real quick. So what also happened?
shout out to Lena's doctor.
Nah,
She got a nice butt too.
I think all that shit fucked
But
up.
okay. So one more element of this whole Adam22 and Lena the Plug finally working with Jason Love is during this interview they called Jason Love and it was like a little. I mean they're doing it. They're doing what they got to do.
They're doing the whole media.
They're doing the whole
Yeah.
thing. Lena's blushing over there. She's nervous. She's talking about the tension would be real. We would
That
have to
shit
do a
was crazy.
scene if we
And-
were all in the same room.
She's kind of playing into it
She
a little
is.
bit.
You can
a
tell
little bit.
she's like that.
But
She's
she's
good at
also,
that.
it's probably a little bit of truth in it.
No. It's harder for her to play into it than like Lena is okay, but she can't really. You can see nervousness on her really easily. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not. It's easier for her to be herself than to play into a false character.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you can kind of see that. But this is the part that I thought was funny was Jason Love, the dude that just piped his wife
Hilarious.
out. He said he's not even man enough to let another man hit his wife. And Adam's face, Adam was like, oh, well, damn. You know, like,
It's like, yeah.
Adam was like,
He met his idol, and his idol was an asshole.
it's
just like, wow.
bruh, it was hilarious. It's like, and then he tried to like play it off. Adam does a lot of bad jokes, and that's when I realized how perfect they were for each other. There was a lot of bad jokes from Adam, and she just giggled and laughed at all of them. I said, you know what? You're so happy at home because half these jokes are so lame, but she's just.
She's easy to appease.
If Lena wasn't as clueless as she was, it would be a bad relationship.
Yeah.
She has to be, a little clueless.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he can
Otherwise,
do
she-
anything at this point outside of just feed into it.
This is only option.
Only option.
He has to be in pain and peace.
Yes.
Has to be. But let's watch this. Just pay attention to Adam's face.
Not really a cup situation. It's more of like two people coming and making an understanding.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're cool with it, then it is what it is. Me personally, I don't know if I have enough in me to allow it, but everyone's different. Everyone have different levels of, how do I say, mental maturity.
Well, it would be kind of weird for you to find a dude bigger than you. Maybe they could resurrect Andre the Giant or something. Maybe you could get Brock Lesnar to come through and cut it up for you. But, I mean, you're kind of like the biggest dude that I could think of. I don't know. It's going to be tough for you to find a bigger guy.
Oh, they got a couple. There's a couple.
Yeah?
But,
I could
it's not just the size, it's everything that goes into it.
It's the angles, it's the foot
Let's
in
not
the
Nigga said girth is more important anyway.
Yeah, like-
Ask your bitch, I filled up.
He had to bring him back to reality. Don't you dare try to make it seem like it's all about the size
Like
of
I'm
it.
just a size guy, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
also, I put her on the stomach. I'm
No,
like,
he's like, let's be clear.
Yeah.
I would never let another man hit my wife. Let's be
Yeah.
very clear about what we're talking about.
But don't get it twisted. I saw puzzles, nigga. I turned that pussy to a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, bruh. So
nigga.
bruh's face was like, oh, wow, okay. Well, let's finish watching this clip.
This is amazing.
Lena is just like shriveling up into a ball right now. I can see how uncomfortable this is making you.
Yes, this is making me very uncomfortable, and I'm glad that he's only, on Zoom and not here right now.
Do you think that would be awkward?
Yes. Also, I feel like I'd feel a lot of sexual tension, and I felt like we would have to do a scene.
Oh,
if you guys were both here.
See, she's out of
Did you
control
see the
now. She's
black
on a
guy's
tear.
I've been known to have that effect. I apologize.
See, all right. Now I'm going to have to really mind you next time you're going to an adult event that he's going to be at, right?
No, but I would be turned on if you were there.
Ah.
Yeah, like you're part of it.
Which is
So
a big
you
caveat.
think that if me and
Pause it
you
real quick.
go out,
Like that's what I was
Yes.
saying. Like
Yes.
him.
Yes.
And I was gonna bring this up with the Keke Palmer situation because it kind of connects too.
Okay.
Because it's like Adam allowed this to happen.
Right.
Have y'all watched Shameless?
Yes.
Oh,
When Liam was messing with the college student and he ended up finding her son and he thought that her son was fucking her.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
ended up
yeah,
being
yeah.
her.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I
Liam
remember
did
that.
what? When he
Liam,
was fucking the college girl, the professor?
the college professor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is kind of like the part of like it being, great for her is that her husband is allowing it.
Right.
And that was the same thing in Shameless.
Right,
You get what I
exactly,
mean? Like,
exactly.
nigga, don't get it confused. Like, part of the happiness is because of you.
Yes.
Because
yes.
you're like letting it happen.
Right.
And I don't think Adam is taking that into account.
He
Like
hasn't
how much happiness he's bringing to her.
He hasn't fully because
How can you right now?
Well, that's the thing. It's so new to him. I've hit dudes' wives before, right? And
With them in the room?
no, absolutely not. I'm not built like that.
Not even Jason Lee is.
You could drop your bitch
You in good
off,
company.
but you know what I'm saying? Or she can just come over and whatever. But I always think you really got a good husband. I can see why you settled down and built a life with him because I would never allow this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that's really unconditional love.
that really is like
Yeah.
it's like I guess, and I don't know if it's it could be one or two things. He could feel like he's inferior and can't satisfy you, whatever it is. But I know that if I had a woman who made this request, and I don't know if we'd have to be in like year 30 before I was like, You know what? Go
She
ahead.
would have to
That's
be a
different.
And I don't even.
Nah.
And I still don't know if
I would never.
You gotta sync with the ship. I've been nutting fast for the past week. We gonna ride it out.
Sometimes it happens
I
like
ain't gonna
that.
introduce no other shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. Like, I leave the option open. In my mind, I don't see it ever happening until I die.
Yeah.
But it seems like most of these real freaky situations, when these couples been married for like 30, 40 years, they be like 60, 70. Then all of a sudden they want to live in a swinger community in Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wants them now.
And then at that point, you so nasty, let another nigga fuck you. I don't
60 years
care.
old.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even the same hot thing that you were at 50. Like, I might not care depending on how you age, you type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't say it's impossible, but in my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna die the same way.
That's such a crazy
where
way.
it's a hell no. But it seemed like a lot of them get into it at like 60.
That's true.
50. You
That's
know what
true,
I'm
though.
saying?
When they get older, they start doing
They be
that
older
extra
as
freaky
hell,
shit.
And I mean, we don't know what it's like to hit the same girl for 30 years. I mean, if that's the way you choose to
Right.
Nigga, 2 years is a long time.
Adam had a whole lot of others, so
Nigga, what?
he good.
2 years is a long time. I'm bored after 2. I'm
Nigga,
getting bored.
2
after
years
2 years.
is a very long time.
Goddamn right. I'm speaking for myself. So yeah, I'm speaking for myself.
2 years
I'm
is
not
a long
throwing
time.
nobody else under the bus, but yeah.
Nobody under the
Yeah, but I'm telling you how I get down. And I tell all of them that I deal with. 2 years is a long time.
2 years is a very.
And I've been faithful for 2 years. And at the end of that second year, I was like, I need McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm tired of steak.
I feel that.
I need French fries.
Yeah.
I need some shit that'll fuck me up one time. You know what I'm saying? I do enjoy this 5-course meal I'm getting, but McDonald's be hitting sometimes.
Yeah, nah. You gotta switch it up every now and
Are
then.
you like that too? You couldn't just fuck the same?
It's not. Well, that's not what we were saying. It's not about fucking the same. It's about
wanting to fuck the same.
It's about 2 years to fuck one girl.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time. That's why you got to really like fucking that girl.
That's a long time. But it's not even about like fucking the girl. Like you can like fucking her, but it's.
I can love fucking her.
Nigga, I like playing 2K. I've been playing it for years.
Yeah.
It's still the same game, and I don't like it that about it. You feel me?
You still play it though.
But it's not because I'm having so much fun. It's like I'm having so much fun.
Right.
It's a different type of level.
It wasn't the same. It's not the same when you pop the new year in.
Yeah.
So how do
You know
y'all
what
feel about swinging?
I'm not doing that. I'm selfish right now. Like, what's mine is mine. I'm all about that traditional, toxic, one side this bitch is open. You know what I'm saying? It's open on one, closed on the other. I'm cool. I'm completely okay with that.
Classic misogyny.
I'm okay with the biblical. I'm classic.
I've been baked.
Classical. We can go biblical if we felt like it.
Traditional.
I can serve it on any platter that you want it. It's a lot of doctrine that it's one-sided open.
You
So
prefer turbans?
yeah.
You say you prefer turbans?
Yeah.
A modest bitch?
Yeah. I like a hoe too though, and I like a scallywag. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I like a bimbo-ish type of chick. You know
Like
what
a
I'm saying?
Lena, but not a porn star. A corn
Yeah,
star.
exactly,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's
Like we talked about it. I have no problem like marrying a retired escort, high-end escort.
yeah.
You know, I have zero issue with
High
that.
end.
High end, not no
Yeah.
304 off the street.
Yeah.
Now.
Or not an Instagram model. I want one that worked, that was with them, that was passed around the Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want one that was just
No, no
Instagram
level.
Instagram thugging.
Because you don't want to go to the bar and have niggas coming up to her.
Right. I should only be running into the niggas when we're at board meetings.
Right.
And honestly, you should be establishing these board meetings for me. And that's
Right.
why, and it's I'm reaping the benefits of your connections for the lifetime.
You don't want a wife, you want a bottom bitch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Understandable.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Which is, you know,
That's fair.
why you say it like that? Like you sound a little like
Not wrong
like
with it.
Nah, because there's a distinction.
It's a distinction.
Like Adam treats his wife like a bottom bitch.
Right.
because but she's always been a bottom bitch.
Yeah.
And
So
then
is he
married her.
wrong for that?
Nah, because you start how you
But-
finish.
But
Yeah, we really saw it when she said I was ready to have a baby, and he said it's time to hit that track.
That's what I'm saying. But that's
The
yeah.
nigga was like
That's
Terrence
it.
Howard in
That's
Hustle
what I'm
and Flow.
saying.
And
He
this-
was down to his last couple of bitches.
Yeah.
Rent was due.
Yeah.
And he needed
bro.
to make something happen.
Yep.
And
Told
it's
her
the
to
thing
speak
too.
up.
It's like I'm okay
Say
with that
what you say.
relationship too, because this is like agreement that we've come to.
Right.
Yeah.
But like for her fan base and women, they're gonna hate. I bet they hated this interaction that we saw.
Nah,
but
this
this is
might-
we were watching healthy. I feel like we were watching a pretty healthy relationship. Communicate. You know what I mean?
This is very healthy.
Yeah, so I feel like we were just. But there's a lot of women who are already pissed at that. You know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. And I don't think all things are meant for the camera. I don't think this is meant
These
for the
hoes
camera.
can't get a man
This is
to
the
begin
position
with.
they put themselves in. I have no problem with you having this conversation with your girl behind the closed doors.
And what is her ethnicity again?
Armenian, I think.
How close? Armenian.
Middle Eastern, Muslim. So
I'm surprised there's a more outrage about this.
yeah, well, that's
from
the
that
thing.
community.
That's the thing that
because-
he's always said is her family's always been just accepted of her.
Really?
Which is always, yeah.
That's unique.
Lauren
which
is
is
surprised
really-
by that.
Hell yeah, bro. I grew up with like a bunch of Armenians and like, you know,
Just
all around.
Muslim,
Just
just
people all
Muslim
around
countries
me,
in
everything.
general.
Yeah,
Yeah, they keep
don't
that.
fuck with that.
Bro,
They'll keep their front door open.
I have like homies that I've grown up with my whole life. I've never seen their sister's hair.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like,
Facts, bro.
never.
Yeah.
I've never seen their hair, and we did elementary to middle school until
Facts.
I moved in 10th grade type shit.
I
You know?
remember it was this girl named Fatima. She was in high school. I remember the first time I saw her hair.
Yeah.
I was like, you a new bitch. Like,
Yeah, bro, and that's the crazy thing
Yeah.
is you don't realize how powerful that is. The one thing that I do like about Muslim is like, yeah, I go crazy for a bitch with a nice ass and titties, but when I haven't seen your hair ever, and then I see it one day, I'm
That
like,
shit just fold out.
holy shit, that activates a
You
different
look
part of
way
me.
different, yeah.
Yeah,
They-
where I'm like,
Oh,
holy
like,
shit,
damn, you bad as hell.
I'm faithful as fuck right now.
Forehead
You know what I'm
isn't
saying?
as big as I thought it was.
The fact that I had to wait to see your hair,
the Quran was right. The human flesh for women, like men and women.
it's yeah.
'Cause,
We
yeah.
have to hide each other from it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's nice when you do get a woman like that, bro. Like I'm talking right now, where like that type of woman will make me want steak. 2 years, I might not get bored. When it's like that,
Yeah.
it might take me 10 to 20 years
Yeah.
before I want McDonald's again.
Probably
With-
because it's in all that goddamn packaging.
with a woman like that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. So, but with a regular chick that we see every day, the ones that we're pretty much interacting with and dealing with, yeah, 2 years, I need some McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much where I'm coming at. So that just kind of breaks down to how you carry yourself. How
Because it's not about
That's a
just
fact.
sex.
it's not about just
about that.
sex. It's about how this is presented.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's some real shit.
I can agree with that.
Message.
But no, yeah. Does
Yeah.
he keep saying?
Yeah, he says some
Just
more.
look at this image right here. I just love the way he's looking at it. Like, I can't believe
Did-
this shit is happening.
Did he? And did he hit her with the Cuban
I'll fuck
song?
your bitch up.
Yeah. And like they're just sitting here talking about. He looks like an evil genius.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know, man. He looks like this is the 20th time he's seen this. You get what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a
Like
fact. Yeah,
he's
I
just
feel you.
like
Did it
he's just,
again, nigga.
He's just
This
here.
is his position. I
Yeah.
fuck wives, so I've seen men go through these emotions, and he's probably thinking, Adam, you're doing pretty good. You're handling this well.
He's thinking about the other, and it's just like, ugh, like the last nigga hit his bitch. Like,
Yeah, right,
Pop the
right.
bitch in there, fucking
You're
forehead.
doing pretty good. At least we're able to communicate and joke, man.
Yeah.
You're holding it together. He's like congratulating Adam in this
But
moment.
he's smiling at the same time because he know he flipped her.
And
Oh yeah, yeah.
He flipped her.
He
He know he
never,
flipped her.
He
Yeah.
knows she's never gonna be the same.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's what it is.
all three of them are eating because of this. And
All
like
of 'em.
at the end of the day, you can sit down and go, we got paid.
Right.
We got paid.
What
Which
would
is
you-
not everything.
What
But
would you rather? Would you rather be born with this nigga's genetics or with like Shaq's genetics? Would you rather be the greatest porn star of all time or like NBA?
NBA.
But you don't get moments like this.
I don't need
You
it.
get what I'm saying?
All of Shaq's, one fraction of Shaq's moments is this nigga's moment combined.
Yeah.
how tall?
That's true.
How
Yeah.
tall
You
is
know what I'm
Jason?
saying?
Yeah,
Like
facts.
Shaq just in the finals.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said
It's-
Shaq.
Yeah, but just like an NBA fame or
Just
whatever.
an
like-
NBA talent level, NBA level
I'm taking
genetics.
that
take
over.
that.
Yeah, I'm
or
taking
just his
that.
porn star nigga.
I take
Yeah,
that.
this is like the first. This is the most he's ever been
Yeah,
high up, and he still won't ever be an A-list celebrity.
correct.
We don't know.
Nah.
We don't know what happens after this.
That's true. That's true.
Well, let's see. We got to see
Whoa.
how he pivot.
Has that ever happened? Has a corn star ever made that leap
To A-list celebrity.
into?
Stormy Daniels, right?
The ones who
What's
did
the
the
one
movie,
with the
But
giant
black
dick from
dudes.
the 70s?
yeah, the ones who did movies. Oh, Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Ron Jeremy.
he
yeah.
was A-list celebrity.
Yeah, yeah.
He was.
But then he was on Surreal Life, and it was like
then the allegations came out.
Yeah, and then the
Uh-huh.
allegations came out, and he's still alive, even though it feels like he's been dying for a long time.
Yeah, I
He
saw a
looks
picture of
terrible.
him. He was at a porn convention, hugging on a porn star's ass. You know, it was a little,
He always looks he always looks like he's dying to me. Like
Yeah.
he just looks like
he
he's
looks like a little creep, right?
bro, just creepy.
Hop
as
out the shadows.
fuck, bro.
He does
Yeah.
look perverted, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what a life of fucking on film would
I'm
do
about
for
to say,
you.
what can you do?
Yeah. But hey, shout out to Jason Love. Let's finish watching this clip
I'm just gonna say.
real quick because I don't know what's probably about to watch a little bit more awkwardness. But she just offered up. She just pretty much told Adam there's a lot of sexual tension lost her.
Correct. Correct.
To a party and we see him, that there's a chance that we'd all end up hooking up after?
I don't know what his stance is on working with you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Good point.
Pause.
I don't know.
Pause. This nigga asks if it's a potential for them to have a threesome one day. She was like, I don't know if he wants to fuck you.
No, work with you.
You know, but
yeah,
fuck
I get
you.
yeah.
That's what she means.
No, fuck with you.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I get you. Yeah,
But
yeah.
you got to be specific with things like this. This is not, this.
No, but you know what's kind of
Niggas,
funny?
look at his face now.
It does sound. It does. He's getting red.
Because he's being, oh, you talking about Adam?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a little embarrassing, but it's always fun. It's also funny too because like we talk about sex, how we talk about sex, and like she just turned real. Like that was a professional statement. Well, I don't know if he wants to work with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just let this nigga fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's crazy.
And that's one thing from the interview when I watched it in full that I noticed is that she kind of treated this like sex instead of just a scene.
Yeah.
Like there was even moments where she was like, we hooked up, and he corrected her. He was like, you did an adult scene.
That is fact. That is a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, she got flipped, bro.
It's hard to differentiate because at the end of the day, this is just a new, warm piece of meat inside
Facts.
of it.
She got, a little too emotionally attached.
That'll do that. 7 years and then something new, over.
Seven
Oh,
years,
yeah.
10 inches.
I get it regardless.
Damn, that would be, I could see that. That would probably kind of make me feel like I'd put a cap on this whole situation if we all did it together.
Good closure.
Wow, maybe that is the three-way that we should do, because that would be pretty viral rather than just some random guy, right?
Yeah.
It would be crazy.
As long
He's
as
thinking
I'm
about
not
another
sitting
Cuban
in
he
a
could
chair
get.
with my fucking
You
arms
have to for
tied
one-
behind my
for one
back or
shot.
whatever.
You gotta hold the camera for one shot.
All right, so now I got to rewrite the script.
Yeah. What do people need to know about Jason Love, since like you're kind of
I think that's pretty much the end of it.
Yeah, that's
Hold
pretty
on.
much it.
I kind of want to know what he's about to say.
No, I didn't screen record.
It's
you
like
just screen
another
But what I
4
will
seconds.
say that
Said it was getting good.
I'll say it for him because I want this black man to get as much shine as he can. Jason Love is an author, so he sells books. Look him up on Amazon. He's got like 4 or 5 books out.
When he has said,
I don't know. I don't know what the hell the books are about, but I know he's an author.
When he
he's
said-
more than
when he said when he said he got to rewrite the script,
yeah, diction. Yeah.
when he had said he got to rewrite the script, he really meant it. He was like, "Fuck, like why did I got to rewrite this whole thing?"
Because I thought I was gonna be able to enjoy her alone again.
Yeah.
But obviously, since we have to bring you around,
I gotta add a white knight in it.
Well,
Give
when
this
I
nigga
watched
some
the way
lines.
Adam said that again, the first time I heard it, I thought he was being serious. The second time I watched it, it seemed like he was testing her to kind of feel how she was thinking about it.
It was a lot of.
Was she ready to spin the block?
It was a lot of
Yeah.
verbal undertones
It was.
in this whole interaction.
There was,
you
yeah.
know, to him saying, we might have to freeze your eggs, which is like,
it was a lot. That's what
It's
the
a
whole
lot.
the video is a 1 hour. It was a lot of, man, we're watching. I always feel weird when I can see too much into your relationship, and I'm like, man, this is really like these are conversations I've been here with my chick where it's like every word really matters right now, and I'm watching. If you start breathing a little bit heavy during a question that I ask, you know what I'm saying? Like
everything matters.
yeah,
nigga.
and we're like, we have to watch this on camera. This is kind of intense right now, bro.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's what I was telling Lauren about the other day we recorded when we was with Jet. He was talking about July. Have you heard about July?
This guy.
No, man. I'm not going to bring it
Yeah,
up.
he brought it up again. You're going to get him in trouble.
July is a phenomenal woman.
I just Googled one of this
You should
nigga
ask Lauren
Jason
about
Love's books.
Okay.
And it looks like his biggest one is called The Gender Spectrum.
Or Black Love.
No, The Gender Spectrum. This
Yeah,
book,
it's right here, The Gender Spectrum.
attempts to take an honest, rational look at gender and sexuality. Gender and sexuality are not always black and white, like many people believe them to be. People can be born to be LGBT or born with genitals of one gender. Yo,
Nigga, that should say it's 28 pages.
it's a pamphlet.
You know what?
This is real. So what does this mean now?
Hold on, AJ, do you want to solo
What
that
do
again?
we
What
do? What do we do with this information?
Do we read the book? That cover art is trash.
Are those furries?
Yeah, they look like furries.
What is that?
Well, let me see. This is Google. Let me see what Amazon says about this book.
Why? First of all, it's not a book.
It's a pamphlet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think 28 can be considered a
Well,
book. That's kinda
yeah, I
wild.
think it can. Pamphlet is like less than that though.
A real book is James Folk the Fourth.
Oh, what was the name
Black
of it again?
Thunder.
The Gender Spectrum. Jason Love.
I was surprised that it was the gender spectrum. I wasn't like that was the last thing that I
Like,
thought his book would have been about.
It's like as if that's
Book
something
would
he
have been
cares
on.
about, right?
Right. Yeah. I feel like
Now,
it's $3.99.
talk about-
$3.69.
I feel like he should be telling us how to like
course
take a
it's
white woman,
69.
like walk into a bar,
Yeah, like a pickup artist book.
or like
Yeah,
how to
or
make a piece bigger. Like even that, you know.
Yeah.
Or get you just, remote control type stamina.
Yeah,
Like
something,
you
right?
press and play button.
The devil is a lie, the king of lies.
This book attempts.
Part of
This
part
book
of a
it's-
book series. It looks
It's a paperback
It's an honest take on what?
2 books.
on gender dynamics and sexuality in the
You
modern
gotta
era.
assume that we can't read nothing.
Yeah, my fault. I was trying to figure out which part I wanted to.
The
even
devil
zoom
is
in
a
on.
lie.
The powers that be do not have your best interests at heart. They lie to the masses for their own personal political agendas while pretending that they are only trying to help. If you want a better world or just a better society, you need to see through their lies and corporate tactics, corrupt tactics that are aimed at keeping you uninformed, misinformed. Is that the same thing he just said twice?
He's a part of the problem. He's
Yeah,
like,
this is kind of crazy.
Or just so weak-minded that they can control and manipulate you with relative ease. A hateful, petty, phony, irrational, deceitful, untrustworthy, power-hungry, self-serving people cannot make a better world.
people watch him to escape the real world. Like he's a part of the problem.
He makes people feel insecure.
Possibly.
This is
Surely.
Possibly. I mean,
I was hoping it was an autobiography or something.
I was hoping it was like a.
Because he said I had a whole, in the interview, he said I have a whole life before this. So I was hoping it was like, I hate to say, you know what, never mind.
Yo, what if he was just like a really philosophic, deep thinker, and he just was blessed with such a large penis that he had, like he didn't have a choice but to get into the industry.
Just like how somebody can be blessed with being 7 foot and they
like
playing NBA.
literally, Taco Fall is 7'6".
Yeah.
But apparently he's a genius.
Right.
Like he's really like on his NBA scout report, they was like, this nigga might not even like he's too smart for basketball potential.
Oh,
You
like,
said
he
that
might not
same
even
thing about Jaylen
Same
Brown.
thing about Jaylen Brown, yeah.
You said the same way. It made me feel like you was just putting new people in the.
It's the same. It's the same
It's a
situation.
lot of
And they were
niggas.
teammates at one point in
Yeah.
time. But nah.
Yeah, they were teammates.
Well, that's interesting.
Shout out Taco Fall, man. I hope he's healthy or whatever. But nah, man, this is kind of surprising. What is this book called? Your Education System?
Yeah.
The devil is a lie, the king
This
of
is a-
lies.
it's a part
the
two.
niggas are conspiracy theorists.
I'm not reading no cornstar book on no philosophical
Yeah, I'm not
Marcus
either. Yeah,
Aurelius.
that really bothers
Like,
me.
nigga, who do you think you are?
Yeah, you could have at least wrote like
I can only
like a romance novel or
But
something like
Malcolm
that.
X used to be Malcolm Little.
I can only imagine he's probably on set annoying the shit out
He's
the
not
white
making
bitches.
any money off this. He can't be. Not with them prices. And
The-
not with.
The point of being an author isn't to make
And
money; it's to say you're an author. A lot of the times,
Yeah, and they're only 28 pages. I mean, he's slapping these together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely self-published.
Respectfully, like, how deep is he really getting in 28 pages? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not flushing these thoughts.
He's
that,
not.
They can't be that
not.
flushed out.
He's stringing together tweets.
yeah,
Unless it's
Yeah,
one
you know,
chapter is one
yeah,
chapter worth of content.
Exactly. So,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. For all the blind listeners or viewers, the paperback is $3.69. Like the shipping and handling is already $5. But
Yeah.
the shipping and handling is more than the actual book.
but if
But
you
you
have
can
Kindle,
never judge a book by its cover. You don't know what type of information is in here. This
I
could
could
be
judge,
life-changing
I could
shit.
judge that book for sure. Look at that cover. That shit is terrible.
School sucks. Your education system.
With
Jason
the-
Love. He
but
didn't
the-
even use his government name. He's
but-
still using his
Exactly.
porn moniker.
Right? This is crazy.
But that's not his name. That's not his name. That's not his name. That's not his name. Why was I just thinking that? Like, what if that's his name? I don't know. Nah, that can't be his name.
The Kindle's worth $1.01. And you know what bothers me about that? It's not even, none of these prices are the way that you should marketing wise put prices. It should
No.
be 99 cents.
Yes.
$1.99.
Yes.
$3.99.
Yeah.
It bothers me that it's $1.01.
That's
Who the
crazy.
fuck cleared that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And you know, it's hard,
Like,
like $3.69, like the 69 to play on him.
Yes, it's
fucking
that's what I thought.
innuendo.
So that's the
Yeah.
only reason why I'm kind of letting the 69 go, just because you are a corn star. But
like,
it's like,
what if 101 is
he
a
couldn't
sex
help
position?
himself.
you're right? You know what I'm saying? You get that one, but the 101,
101
I'm
is
not-
probably code for missionary.
yeah, I'm not accepting
Code
that.
for the like basic level, the start of it all. School,
Yeah.
you know, English
And
101.
I bet them girls that are corn stars that like are actually like interested in him and like excited to work with him, they're coming to the set talking about, I read your book. You read an online like little journal.
You read his
Nah,
scrub.
they're probably
Yeah.
going up to him like you're just so amazing. Your piece is so amazing. He's like, but what about the educational system in America? Bitch? Like, he's just stopping there like, bitch, wait, they're not my cock right now.
Said I'm more
Let's
than
talk
just
about something
brawn.
serious.
Right.
Let's talk about another big issue.
Right, yeah.
That nigga probably say anything. You know what I mean?
Let's move over to this next thing. Let's see.
Shout out to Adam and Lena though.
All right, do y'all want to go? Let's go with Ja Rule went to the Math Hoffa show.
No, that's perfect.
I have no notes from this. I have no like screen recordings, but I'm sure y'all can guess what was talked about.
It was probably a lot of 50 Cent.
It's just like,
It's like, what's your beef with him?
Yeah,
Bro.
it's like I know what he said so much on this. I'm gonna go piss real quick.
You're right, bro. It's like the thing with the whole Ja Rule and 50 Cent thing, bro. It's just like
It's petty.
How much can they really milk this? And this is one of the things that I don't like about Math Hoffa's $1 million worth of game. Damn, it's crazy. In my expert opinion,
yeah.
is that like he gets big interviews because of who he is, and he's like established in network. But he brings up like old ass, like he'll bring a legend on and only talk about shit that happened 20 years ago.
He's trying to find new stories from it. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, and it's like, God damn, bro. And it's like you don't even try to do research on the new on what they're doing right now.
He just he puts it on his 8 other niggas that's getting a haircut.
Right, yeah.
And I also had a question. What do y'all know math from?
Battle rap.
Battle rap, okay.
Battle rap, yep. Battle
See,
rap.
He was battle math before, right?
Wait, what do you know from?
Just straight you. I didn't know he was a battle rapper.
Oh yeah,
And
he caught like 2 phase in the battle rap too.
But that's what I mean.
Hold on, yeah. Well, what do you know him from?
I thought he was just a YouTuber. He just chill in the barbershop.
Damn.
And then I was like, wait, he's a battle rapper?
Nigga, so let me tell you about Math Hoffa. Math Hoffa was one of them niggas back in the day.
Yeah, he was, bro.
And he was one of those niggas because he was nice at battle rapping, number one, and he was rocking niggas, like stealing off on niggas mid-battle.
Started like 2 brawls, nigga.
Bro, there's like 2 legendary fights that he's been in that were like Smack had to change the contracts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He had to put clauses in it.
He
like,
had to put
no
fighting
touch
clauses in because of niggas like Math Hoffa.
But do you see, that's not like...
It's not a good thing, but it is a good thing.
It's
like,
not as cool as like David Stern telling niggas they got to wear suits because of AI. It's like, it's more lame.
I see
Like
what
you're
saying.
punching niggas over poetry.
But this is when like battle... Yeah, lift it up.
But I understand what you're saying, though.
All we heard was...
Yeah. Oh, that's what that was?
This nigga was squeezing hand sanitizer, y'all. That's what that noise
Yeah.
was.
I'm about to say, but Tony hungry. You need to stop by
Sound like
McDonald's.
Jason Love was about to break his mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I mean, and then we also, when we were growing up, like battle rap was really getting its like footing as well too.
Okay.
So it was like, we remember battle raps. We had to buy the DVD that just dropped that week type of energy. You know what I'm saying?
But in terms of like Loaded Lux, Daylight.
He's part of that generation.
Okay.
He's from the Loaded Lux, Murder Mook.
Who's that one brother? I forgot. But them
Sirius
niggas.
Jones.
Yeah.
Reed Dollars.
And them
J
days.
Mills.
J Mills. all
He's
them
from
niggas.
like the first generation of all-star battle rappers.
Yeah.
So he's a big deal. He's a big deal. He's a high ticket, you know, like
So
fully
battle
respect.
rapper first,
Battle
rapper
rapper-
second, and then his podcast or whatever.
Podcast is the new invent. It's the recreation of him. It's the rebirth or the
Yeah.
rebrand of Math Hoffa.
And he's done a good job.
He's definitely
because
done a good
I thought
job.
this is what he was from.
No.
Podcasting?
Yeah.
Nah, you can tell by the way he asks questions.
Yeah. No. This is his third evolution, probably. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like Ja Rule is just like funny because it's like I know Ja Rule is doing shit, but it's like I watched and I watched like 2 clips. I was like, I'm not even about to screen record nothing from this. Like
I was about to say like
what the hell can I talk about?
And what do you mean Ja Rule is doing shit? Like Ray J is doing shit.
Okay, that's a good point.
That's an individual that you know that even if he's
Ja
not
Rule
around.
was trying to do shit with Fire.
Well, it's not even. Oh yeah, that was the last time we heard him doing something. Because I mean,
that shit went up in flames.
And what? Pun intended.
I wonder
and
how much
honestly,
money
when I was thinking about. When I said doing shit, I just meant he's still able to tour off his music. That's really that's literally all I meant.
He
but when
will
you said Ray J, I was like, never mind.
Raycon, Ray Scooter.
That's completely different. Like doing shit. Ray J can talk about a lot of things that doesn't need. He doesn't even have to touch segments of his life and can talk for 2 hours about things that he's been doing. So
his accomplishments.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, and it's like I feel like.
Is
the whole Math Hoffa in my expert opinion thing, man? It could be better.
As I was pissing, that's the question I was thinking. Whose fault is it that he's talking about 50 Cent right now? Because I'm sure Ja Rule didn't come in leading with like, hey, this is the only thing that's relevant about me.
No, it's definitely Math Hoffa's part. It's definitely Math Hoffa's fault. And Ja Rule needs to get a little Dame Dash in him. You know what I'm saying? You need to start cursing niggas out that ask you about 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He needs to treat niggas like he treats 50 Cent.
Yes, exactly. Like,
That's a fact.
like you think Dame is OD. You think Dame is tripping.
When you ask him about Jay-Z.
When you ask him about Jay-Z, but then when you just watch any Ja Rule interview, you're like, this is why Dame Dash does that.
Yes.
Because if you don't do it, you look like Ja Rule.
Fact.
And I don't feel the need to listen to any Ja Rule goddamn interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can completely skip Ja Rule. I'd much rather watch an Irv Gotti interview because at least I'm going to hear 50 Cent in the Irv Gotti thing, but then I'll also hear about the whole federal indictment, the whole building of a business. You know what I'm saying?
And Irv is a character.
He's a character too.
He's a character.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, and it's just like Ja Rule is just like I don't care how bad y'all were beating them in the streets. 50 is winning now.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's a fact.
It just doesn't matter, bruh.
You aren't allowed in these corporate suites.
It just doesn't
because
matter,
you got
bruh.
street victories, nigga.
And it's like math. It's like, and then it's also, and I don't know. It's kind of a tight position. It's like a hard position for math to be in, because it's like he can make that call to get Ja Rule at the barbershop, but at the same time, bro, it's
this
like
is what you use him for.
yeah. And then you just want to ask the nigga questions from 30 years, 20 years ago, bro. Nobody want. It's like you're not getting better at interviewing because these questions have been asked 1,000,001 times, and
You only touch subjects like this when you're about to uncover like a new development in the story.
right. Like the statute of limitations just ended on something. Then you invite him
Yeah.
up. That's the part. That's the podcast I want to hear.
Or it's
you
just
know?
like there was a common misconception about something, or like I'm trying to think of a good example of like
Yeah.
a story that people have talked about, but there's new light. Something like
Shit.
you get another dimension of what really went down that day.
Nigga, everything. 9/11, nigga.
Yeah.
Ray J and Kim K, nigga.
Yeah.
Like at first
Yeah,
people
'cause-
thought it was a real tape.
Yeah, because Ray J and Kim K, they definitely gave when Ray J was talking when he showed the contracts that they all signed. I was like, oh shit, nigga,
This is a real thing.
This is a new development.
And then
Goddamn.
you see him hitting it from the back and he's holding it, and then he puts his other hand on the ass. Like, wait, who's holding that camera? Like, how is this camera just flowing? It's like, who's
Right.
holding this camera?
So, I mean, I guess we'll talk about Math Hoffa's in my expert opinion more in depth later. I guess when there's an interview that like we can kind of go in, or we can just talk about it in general later, just that podcast, because I think it's really, really okay.
What do y'all
and
think
average.
he's an expert in?
I have no idea.
Opinions.
You said he's a phenomenal
battle
battle
rap. Battle rap.
Battle rap.
I do think he's an expert in battle rap.
But I've heard battle rappers talk about him and say like he's good, but he's not like nigga. You know,
He was nice.
Well,
He
that's the
was
thing.
nice
It
at one
was
point.
if we're talking like lyrically, he was never the top of the game. It's like when a nigga makes it look so good, and you gotta think about the era that he was coming from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like your delivery, your bars might be average, but your delivery and you punch niggas.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just
Overall,
like,
he was
You know
really
what I'm
good.
saying? Like the whole package was perfect. You know.
Okay.
So yeah, he might not have been the best rapper, just like Tupac. They say he might not have been the best. Biggie was a better rapper on tracks.
Okay.
But Tupac still had a thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah, people kind of downplay how good Tupac was at rapping. Like he wasn't Biggie, but he wasn't bad either.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, but I tried to get into his music later,
He was weaving stories together.
And
more.
it wasn't for. It's just not for me. The music's not for me.
He had more like real, like heartfelt lyrics than it was just
music.
like
Biggie was just like musically more there.
Exactly.
For sure.
I always lean more Pac than Biggie.
Yeah. Not me.
Yeah, I always like Biggie more than
Same.
Pac.
Yeah.
Biggie on this side.
Yeah.
I know it didn't help at first. I mean, that's one of those like household things too. Like the whole Pac and Biggie thing. It's like it's like football teams.
Yeah,
like,
literally. My mom grew up telling me that Tupac could have been my dad.
Exactly. Yes, and it's like I grew up knowing that the Eagles is the only team that I'm repping. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just same with Biggie. It was like Mo Money Mo Problems was a single that I was gifted. You know what I'm saying? And it was the editor one, but it was like my mom would listen to Biggie. There was zero Pac play in the house. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn about Pac way later in life. I had already consumed all the Biggie that there was to consume before then.
Word.
So I was already like,
he was like, "Who's this Pac guy?
who is this nigga? This is who everything was over.
They're who?
This nigga's music's way better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even though there's definitely songs that I like from Pac, but if
I
I had to pick one, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I'm picking Biggie too.
Yeah.
I bet Math would probably pick. I don't know who Math would pick.
Biggie for sure. He's from Brooklyn.
Oh,
He's
word.
from Brooklyn. Yeah, he wouldn't dare.
Yeah, that's like being a liberal.
Punching niggas
like
on
there's a
stage.
certain criteria shit that you have to say and believe.
He's so Brooklyn, like he might even debate like Big L.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
Type
he's one of them type. Yeah.
He's
You
like,
know what I'm saying?
really?
Like
He's like, really?
Big L's not even leaving the conversation. Like that's getting thrown into the conversation before this is over.
Yeah.
That's how like Brooklyn math is type shit. You know?
He's runner up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So but yeah, I guess that's it for math though.
Niggas in their takes.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to pick something that Lauren can still take pictures with that he doesn't need to. Oh, let's talk about last week, man. Let's talk about last week. So last week, the whole Elliot Wilson thing went down.
Yeah.
So like, I just want to, I want to just like touch back on that again. I meant to do that at the beginning, but us celebrating 10K is way more important than Elliot Wilson.
Yeah,
so it's like
drink some champagne.
Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of things that I feel like I learned from the Elliot Wilson thing, right?
Yeah, me too.
So you want to say what you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can because you kind of kicked this shit off.
Yeah.
It's literally titled AJ's emotional response.
Right. And that, so one of the things that I had to do, I had to play all the way into the way I was acting in text and shit like that, right? So one thing is that I knew it would happen. I just didn't know. I was surprised at how I reacted. So one thing that Elliot taught me was I have to wait. I can't go into it hot like that ever again.
Yeah.
And I've always known that, but you just don't know how you're going to act until somebody big and prestigious actually responds to something you say, right? And then they actually catch you in that moment. So that was like a nice reminder of like, you know what? He really got me. He's up one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he got me.
Spin around for me, little nigga.
He got and I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so that's why I made sure that after I really composed myself, I was like, yo, let me chill. I'm never gonna do that again. If something does happen, I'm just not gonna address it on that episode. I'll wait till the following episode when I have time to really strategically go at it, because you always want your response to be strategic. He also put us in a position, or he also put the way he did everything in a position where it was so up in the air, you can really take it any way you want to. You know what I'm saying? So
if the shoe fits, put that motherfucker on.
Yeah, we're not even talking about a calculated, like somebody jumped online and said, F these niggas at Homeroom University.
Yeah.
It wasn't even one of that. It was just like, let me throw some chum in the water and see what happens and see what the sharks do, you know? And that's what I kind of emotionally responded off of, which is why I played into it even more. So,
yeah, because, you know, it was kind of like he put it out there for his 1950s friends to agree with him and be like, yo, these niggas are stupid. They don't know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
The terrible music journalists when we're not even that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a little deeper than that. I think that he saw some young niggas with potential.
I think so.
That asked a genuine question.
Right.
That could really open up a true discussion.
Okay.
Because even in the comments, like when you see like, it just depends on who said what. Like you can kind of see he's playing both sides.
Exactly.
He was playing both sides.
I didn't see until later.
And then like when I really, cause you know we saw the shit and then like we just went in right into it. But when I look back at it, and I'm going through this nigga's feed, he's not just posting just random niggas podcast clips.
He's not.
Like that wasn't just a fluff or like some bluff shit for nothing.
Right.
There was something behind it. So it's just a whole, he didn't put context to it. But that's probably part of the game. He was like, let me see these young niggas shoot themselves in the foot.
Right.
See how they battle tested. You know, it's a lesson at the end of the day.
That's kind of how I felt about it too.
And honestly, I was never upset at him in particular. My whole thing was the niggas in the comments that were, it's not the fact that you disagree with my opinion, that you have a rebuttal to my opinion.
Yeah.
It's the fact that because of how old I am, you don't think I should be able to have an opinion to begin with.
Right.
That's why I was like, all right, fuck y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Right.
It was never really directed at him personally, even though it was weird that he was so vague and like real, like, nigga,
Well, that's
like,
the
I
thing.
don't know, it's up in the head.
Like you said, is this an opportunity where they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot? I feel like it could have been that. It's still us. We still don't know at the same time. The only reason I like that it wasn't a context is because out of the fan base that chose to like eat off of us and just like diss us, it was like also other playmakers in the space. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like Jinx, his co-host 𝙿𝙾𝚃, and then his co-host 𝙿𝙾𝚃 going about it for 2 days straight, pinning it to his Twitter.
Yeah.
You know
Hey,
what I
man.
mean? And it was like little things like that. It was like, okay.
Shout out to Jinx. He said something that it rifled my feathers, and it made me like disrespect him in my head. Like just
Rifle
quick,
them, nigga.
yeah, rifle my feathers. That champagne got me speaking a little different. Got me speaking like hard. But he had said something. It was like, Jinx, you're Jinx. Like let's not get this confused, nigga.
Right, yeah,
like,
yeah. He made it.
We
He was like the way his comment was. It was like, I could go in on this or something like that.
Oh yeah, it was
something.
like I don't even want to like don't get me started type shit.
Right, and that was that was why the whole it could have been I'm gonna give them a look and see if this is an open dialogue. This is open the book, but at the same time, if you put us out there, but then also allow us to get fed on by
what you
your
said?
peers, it's like, oh, which direction are you going with it? You know what I'm saying?
And we definitely I feel like I'm gonna be arrogant. I feel like we put a hunger into Elliot again.
But it wasn't
after he posted our video, it was like a video of Cameron talking shit.
I don't know.
He started like reposting like
the complex list put that hunger back into him. He already was on this type of wave of people talking, not giving him respect. And we were just some other niggas who had the same kind of take in a different way a little bit.
Just on
But
camera.
it was just like, look, they still saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like we could say like 12 weeks had passed since the complex list, because we did the complex list episode. So roughly like 12 weeks had passed, and I hadn't seen no hunger from him in those 12 weeks per se. You know what I'm saying?
There were little things.
It was little, but I think this
and
is.
to be fair, I never followed the nigga. So
but I only knew about it through Joe.
Even if he was acting different, I damn sure didn't see this.
This is what broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Because it was just a bunch of shit he was posting. Like he posted like a snippet of older interviews of Jay-Z, which is cold.
Yeah.
It was cold. It was still like Elliot
Right.
with Jay-Z, which is like it's Elliot with Jay-Z.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
It's cool.
What did y'all talk about?
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Elliot was just looking excited to be talking with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It was a little weird. Like he just posted it without no context, but it was definitely a look.
Yeah,
I appreciate the look because he ain't just reposting nobody's shit.
No, for sure. We definitely appreciate the look. And what I will say is, outside of like those things that I learned about just like being patient, making sure I'm strategic about my responses and things of that nature, it did make me think of a new segment though called 1950s journalism that we're going to start doing on this show. And that's where, because I was looking at those comments that they were giving, pretty much these are young guys, and I don't know if they can tell the difference between our ages.
They can't.
Yeah, they can. So I think they're just classifying all of us as young guys. They have no idea if we're 2 years apart or 4 years
I
apart.
need a new skincare routine, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is. But I feel like we got a new segment. I think we should do a new segment called 1950s journalism, where we do a deep dive and we talk about these veterans in the game, these 1950 journalists in the game. We talk about either some of their old content, where we do a deep dive on their old content, or we do a deep dive on something new that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be a sound effect that goes with it. at the top of
That's
all.
satisfying.
That's a cowboy cash register. Nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The nice typewriter, you know. So at the top, right after the bell, when 1950 journalism start, we're gonna hit the typewriter, and we're gonna introduce the topic.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do our deep dive. And hey, you might not fuck with the deep dive at all, but this is but shout out to Elliot because he expired a new segment.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much time we're gonna have to do because the one that we were gonna look at was Joe Budden versus Vlad's history, which is which is some old, like, it ain't 1950s because Vlad could be considered 1950s journalism just because he was the first to kind of revolutionize this new way of media.
Vlad old as shit.
Yeah, you know
the
what I'm
nigga's
saying?
name is Vlad.
Vladimir.
There's not a lot of Vladimirs walking around.
Right. So that was going to be a segment, but I don't know if we should go through that just because I don't have the video queued up. You sent it, but I don't have the videos queued up. We talked about some other things that we want to go through, but you'll see how we kind of just like work this segment out in the future. But yeah, shout out to Elliot because he definitely inspired a new segment.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Elliot, man. You know, he reposted us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With
multiple times.
Good or bad intentions, you know, it happened.
Right.
So, you know, shout out to Elliot, you know.
And
yeah, man, we just got to be on our pivot, you know.
There's a lot that we can learn from that nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
There's a lot that we can learn from him.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't like that corporate bar, like that whole corporate thing.
Yeah.
Because he was in the comments talking about, like, nigga, I'm corporate. He was talking about himself in third person.
Yeah.
Like when niggas, he was like, Elliot?
He reposted that one photo of him young where he had on the hat and the blue jacket and he just...
Yeah, he made it seem like I'm corporate, like he's known for like smoking weed in the offices and stuff.
Oh, like he's known for going to battle with the editors at the organization.
I think that's what it was though. Back in the day, apparently he was that guy.
He was the groundbreaking dude.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I don't know.
But that's just my ignorance, you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe,
shout out to Elliot's
maybe it's
gangster.
only right that we do the first one about Elliot Wilson.
That's true.
And B-Dot.
I think that's fair.
They said he was gangster, man.
Yeah, so maybe it's only fair that we do the first one about Elliot, the first 1950s journalism.
That's a fact.
About him.
I don't know too much about B-Dot.
I don't either, but I don't know.
What does B-Dot do?
Look, he's a legend, man.
Whatever.
He helped interview Jay-Z.
He's done more than anything we'll ever do.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially when it comes to this media game.
Yeah, I was about to say something, but
Plus, he's like the millennial on the show.
Why aren't you going to say it? Because it's emotional?
It's not professional.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, and it's unnecessary.
Nigga get sensitive attention for that type of shit.
It's funny, but somebody would definitely take it disrespectfully.
Oh.
Even though it would make us laugh, but it's not worth it. But
That
yeah,
could be anything.
1950s journalism. Shout out to Elliot Wilson.
Shout out to Elliot Wilson. Is he born? What year was he born?
In the 1950s, probably.
I can imagine he's up there with my grandma. No disrespect, but you know, just based off the
He might be in his 60s actually.
57?
He was born in 71.
Oh, 71.
Whoa.
He's a lot younger than I thought he was.
He's a lot younger than I thought he was.
He's 1,000 times younger than I thought he was.
52. We looked at that.
Yeah, we looked at that before.
I thought he was older than 52.
Yeah, dog. Honestly.
You
Yeah.
can never tell with the
moves
Bates brothers.
Nah, he moves like he's older than 52 though. For real.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
wisdom, man. That's wisdom.
He definitely moves like he's older than 52 for sure.
Lawrence said that's his wisdom.
That is wisdom. He got a lot of wisdom.
The wisdom of a goddamn. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of shit.
He's
you
an
can learn.
actor, he got the wisdom of an owl. That's what they say.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about this. So yeah, shout out to Elliot. That's it for you. Fresh and Fit have hosted Nick Fuentes, and they always do 2 pieces of content anytime like a big guest comes by. So they'll do the late night panel with all the scallywags, and then they'll do like a one-on-one interview. So on the late night panel with all black women, of course, per usual.
Beautiful Nubian queen.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes comes on, and the black women encourage him to say the N-word, and he makes sure he gets out one with the hard ER on it as well, too. And it was just kind of a shame.
It's a shame?
It was a shame because Nick is doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's on brain.
But it was just like, the black women is just like, y'all are literally hyping him up to just say nigger. Like, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
What if this shows you 2023 race relations?
That's what I was about to say. What if this just shows progression?
Progression? No, I don't know. Progression is nigga, not ER.
Progression.
But progression is it is
I was getting a lot of massive vibes.
Yeah, it can't
from the
lead
black
with
women.
it can't lead with the the oppressive guy or the you know what I'm saying?
The
what is
oppressive
he?
language.
What was he? What do you call him? What does he call himself?
A martyr?
Nick Fuentes.
White supremacist.
Okay, white supremacist. It can't lead with
a Mexican white supremacist, to be clear.
okay. What Mexican white supremacist saying nigga can't be the progressive lead. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think that's the exact opposite of the spectrum, though. You know what I mean?
No,
like
no.
a bunch of black women, and a Hispanic white racist.
And he's saying nigga. That's what he wants to say.
In one room. That would never happen back when Elliot was doing journalism.
Right, but why is he saying nigga though?
Because they encouraged him to do it. He didn't want to say it.
Oh, he didn't
be
even
fair.
want to.
No. They literally coaxed him into saying it.
And he wasn't like. He was like, all right,
So
nigga.
I'm not even mad. Yeah. And I'm not even mad at. I'm not even mad at Nick Fuentes because he didn't come out the gate and be like, "You want me to say it? I'll say it." He was like, he was like, "No, I don't want to say it." And the black girls, I'm more disappointed in the black chicks.
I got you. I see what
fucking
you're saying.
scallywags. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you out here, you really massaing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
you know,
different.
a
Yeah.
lot
go ahead,
of
massa. You should say it. And then, go ahead.
a lot of black people have never really seen a real racist though. So you're in front of a real racist, like, yo, call me a nigga, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where's your little hoodie at?
Come on, homie.
Yeah.
You know
Now,
what
what I did think was funny. Well, let's watch the video first.
Okay.
Is he gonna say it on here?
Yes.
It's on the in the notes as well. One of those one.
Did they bleep it?
Oh yeah, I see it. I got it.
It's bleeped. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This is a screen recording from 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 Jackson's video.
All right, cool.
He's a red pill dude on YouTube.
Okay.
Racist and black skin. That's what's interesting, and we already know that. So this clip here that you're gonna see of Nick Fuentes actually saying the N-word is not gonna shock you, but let's check it out.
Hey, what you got?
You want me to say it?
Yes.
Is anyone gonna hit me if I say it?
No. Let's go. 2 hours. Come on, Nick. What you got?
All right.
All right, so I see at least
There's
three
one
women. Three women are disgusted, which is cool.
I only saw one.
Nah, it's that one.
I only saw one.
It's that one at the bottom left.
Yeah, the bottom
Yeah,
left.
that's the only one I saw.
The one
Right next to him, the
beside-
light skin one.
Adjacent.
and then the one beside the girl in the blue dress.
one over
Storm.
here?
Yeah, Storm.
She looked appalled.
I don't know if
The
it
bitch
was
still has a smiley grin on the face.
I can run that back if y'all want to.
Yeah, run it back a little bit.
That's about right here, right?
Yeah, this shit loud. But it was a light skin. But regardless, it's about like three women disgusted, which it's good.
At least it's a little balanced.
Fit
You know
is
what I mean?
enjoying this a little too much. I don't like
Right?
the vein that's appearing on his forehead.
But this,
Yeah.
you're talking about Myron.
Myron.
But this is
Oh,
the same.
Myron,
This is
yeah.
the same one that wore the Klans hoodie,
And
Facts.
the Klans hood twice on his stream
Facts.
and Snicko's stream, and was running around the studio acting
And
like a
it's
monkey.
sad.
That's the same one.
Are they worse than the Hodge twins? They have to be, right? This gotta be.
for sure,
yeah,
because they
okay.
genuinely hate
Okay.
niggas.
And it's
That might be a good collab though.
it's terrible because like he knows he's gonna get paid for this. That's what makes it worse. Like he's kind of like selling like yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Talking about Myron, like
yeah,
fresh,
Myron,
fresher
fresher fit, all these niggas.
But you know what the crazy thing is though? Is I feel like this nigga be playing with fire with getting his channel deleted.
Yes.
Because Nick Fuentes is banned from YouTube.
Yeah.
For hate speech.
Yeah.
And
For
you
obvious
invite him
reasons.
on. Yeah, for reasons like this, you invite him on and then convince him and the girls convince you to say the N-word. I'm like, then the last time, so this is like the second one. I don't know YouTube policy, but this is something that like 𝙿𝙾𝙳𝚃 would like spearhead, like
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? In
They
terms
eat
of-
off this for a week.
Yeah,
yeah.
this might be 4 weeks of content for 𝙿𝙾𝙳𝚃,
We
but
about to see something, I'm sure.
but it's like yeah, it's like these niggas, they really be playing with fire, and I don't understand the point of bringing canceled or people who've been kicked off the platform. Like, I don't think I'm that thirsty for views at all to where it's like, oh, this person's been banned off the platform. Let's invite them on and then get them to say crazy shit.
Hell
Like,
no.
But this man Darius donated $49.99.
I was just reading that. Read what he said to this nigga.
He said, shout out to Fresh and Fit for hosting Nick on my B-Day.
Oh
First of all, he made it about him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Nick, would you say you have a lot of support from the Black and Hispanic audience? And if so, how come? Unfortunately, I missed out on your rally tickets to see you myself. I'm guessing that's what that said.
Yeah,
but it's like he has fans.
Oh, yeah.
Like
real
somebody
fans.
donated $50 so that Fresh and Fit could read this to him.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And Nick isn't seeing this money. This is going to Fresh and Fit.
For sure.
It's a crazy dynamic to see like how this is possible.
It is. And
What happened before? How did it get to this point?
I don't know because they took it
Tony,
down.
I've never seen black women so supportive of white superiority.
Nah, what it is.
When they be by themselves, they act like they hate them. But when black women get around these white boys, they get real.
Now let's not generalize.
I'm gonna give me a white man. I'm gonna give me one of them.
Let's not generalize because there are some white men who love the black woman. Let me be the boss of you right now. Shit.
Oh, you talking about the fetishizing part?
Not the fetishizing. I've heard. I don't know who said it. I don't know where it's from. But like black women and white men work better in business together.
We talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that.
That was us.
Yeah, that was us. Yeah.
Shit.
Because we're revolutionary.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man,
we're spearheading conversations.
Yeah, 2023 journalism. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say that was about like 2 months ago.
Loud and ignorant.
Yeah.
But wrong.
I mean, it is. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. And I didn't get a good look at these bitches. Can you go back a little bit?
Yeah, I got you.
Tone, look away. Your girl is watching. Please. But
the one in the blue's all right. The one with the white wig is trash.
Trash.
Man, it looked like they found them on the first floor of this building.
Yeah, this is what they do. This is what Fresh and Fit is, though.
They're all black. That's on purpose, right?
Always.
That's on purpose.
Sure.
They invited Nick Fuentes. Yeah,
but
bro.
there's usually a little white and a little Hispanic in
Normally,
there.
but because Nick was there, let's surround him with
This
black
is all
women.
niggas, right?
That's what I mean, and that's what I don't like. Like, we're gonna invite Nick Fuentes. We're gonna have a bunch of black women.
Doesn't Nick Fuentes look like so many weird little white kids we went to school with, bro?
for sure.
And he's a virgin. This nigga's a weirdo.
He looks like a nigga named Colin that I used to bully.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes is just a fucking joke to me. He's a Mexican that's a white supremacist. Like, it doesn't get no better than that. It's just goofy ass shit. So it's just funny to me. So I'm not mad at what he does. He can say whatever he wants. He's living a harder life than everybody else. He can't have no bank accounts. You stay fully dedicated to your side. Your life is a little bit harder.
He's locked in now.
Let's get a paper shit for pesos.
Yeah, you got all your money in Bitcoin, my nigga. That is not the life to live.
He's a well-renowned racist.
Yeah.
He probably has a bank account. He probably met the Bank of America owner. Like, is what?
Is he the greatest racist of all time?
Hell no.
I don't think there's been many racists that had such good black support.
I think the greatest racist of all time is
Uncle Sam, nigga.
No, Lynch.
OJ
William Lynch.
Yeah.
He wrote the William Lynch theory.
Yeah. I think he's the greatest racist of all time.
You think he's worse than OJ?
Psychologically, he fucked black people up for
a long time.
For centuries.
Yeah.
It don't get no better than that.
Yeah.
If you read just a couple of them, you're like, God damn, I could implement this now in a more civil way, and it's highly effective.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what makes it like kind of good.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean?
If we're being fair, it was masterfully done.
It's like,
you know
you're
what I'm saying?
gonna, take over some races. You should look at horses and the bucking process of the horses.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a little crazy. So
Uh-huh.
I think he's the greatest racist of all time.
But Nick, he's just a man. I wouldn't even call him a racist because it's like
because he's the one he would self-proclaim as a white. We can hear you, Smack.
Yeah, I was about to say, nigga. I hear your root canal, nigga.
I'm sorry, shit
white.
delicious.
What do they call it? White
nationalist?
Not nationalist. I can't remember.
Neo-Nazi?
Nah.
That's another word, but it's like where you just like. It's like being pro. He's pro-black. If you would say pro-black to a black person, he's whatever that is. I can't remember if it's
so it's
pro-white.
like pro-white essentially.
Yeah, it's pretty much pro-white.
White
even
power.
though, Yeah, even though that's not the word, it's
So he
pretty
doesn't.
much
So he doesn't consider himself a racist. He calls some.
He definitely says I am a little racist.
So yeah, he says he's a little.
definitely
That's what I
says-
thought.
yeah.
I thought he said that.
For sure,
like
but
he's a
he
supremacist.
understands that you shouldn't be running around saying
But-
I'm racist.
But I feel like he's also smart enough to not be racist. Because to be racist means you're not smart. Because being racist is an illogical thinking process.
It's an IQ
like
thing for
he's
sure.
like this guy is like a facade. He's a fallacy, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
Like he's a. I
don't
think
know,
this is
man.
honestly all a character.
There's some smart racists out there, man. I don't know. If it's
Y'all
just,
just
an
shouted
IQ
one
thing.
out, Willie Lynch, right?
Yeah, y'all just said
called
he
him
was
masterful. You called him masterful.
It's crazy. I'm just talking about what he did.
Yeah, I mean he wrote a good book.
Yeah, he wrote some documents that kind of slapped. Respect.
God damn.
If roles were reversed, nigga, we'll be.
I know
he'll
what
be
you're
on
saying though.
If
You're
we
just saying
wrote
like
that book and put that on them, we will be idolizing.
If anything, he probably
Yeah.
stole it from us because we're influential, nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know.
But yeah, Fresh and Fit. I think the biggest thing that I kind of just wanted to think about was just like, I don't wish this on anybody, but like, I don't know how much Fresh and Fit can play with fire like this, and I don't know how worth it is it like to
That was my question.
to go super racist, to go like to even host these type of people and allow these things. It's like, is it even worth?
No.
Lose it. They get so much
They do.
money on every stream. It's like,
why do you need this bag?
much-
Too? I mean,
how worth it is it?
Or just go to your Rumble and get this bag over there.
How much?
Well, they always stream on both.
Okay, well then, yeah.
How much views do you
Exactly,
think
yeah.
Nick brings in?
I mean, a lot because
He brings in folks like Darius.
Yeah.
We can
Surely.
look at.
But
she took it down.
But I'm saying like on average, it's not nothing we gotta look up. But on average, do you think
I
them
think he's
having Nick on?
I think within a week he's getting at least $500,000. At least within a week, which is probably really good money.
Because if he's
So
not accessible
$500,000.
anywhere else, it's like just the scarcity thought of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
$500,000 plus the controversy equals a lot of money.
Yeah, plus all
So,
the clicks that you can
all
get
the
everywhere else. Too.
Plus, Menace Material talking about him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
exactly.
it's a bunch of. I mean, it's
because
smart.
because it's never just that one video, and you never account for the people that come for that video and then stay.
The people that
You know
are
what I'm
going
saying?
to cut it up into shorts.
It's not just a one-time stimulus package. It's a quarter of them or 5% of them stay and start watching other videos. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see this on YouTube. I saw it on Twitter, which means somebody took the clip from
It's gone.
somewhere.
They took this down. It's gone. It's not available no more.
Oh.
It's not available because they know this can't live on YouTube.
Yeah.
But the full thing is on Rumble though. The full thing's on
Where it
Rumble.
It can't live on YouTube.
Nah, because it's considered hate speech.
I wonder how
Him
Nick
saying the
Fuentes.
N-word?
Yeah, with a hard ER.
I wonder how Nick feels about this Adam22 situation.
Oh my God, he's disgusting.
Like, imagine he saved himself a marriage and a bigger, blacker man named Jason Love, who writes sophisticated books 28 pages long.
I'm
with
confused,
28
though.
inches of dick in it.
Even in the context, like with them saying, "Please say the word,"
Can you mark that?
it's still, wait, say what? Mark what?
He said D.
Oh, but it's just slipped right in there.
Right.
Pause. Jesus. But I don't know, man. Like, Nick is a tricky guy. I want to meet him.
Nah, he seems rather straightforward, honestly.
I don't
and he
know,
is.
bro.
It's the same.
Simple guy,
Every
right?
time I see him, it's the same Nick. It just blows my mind how many creators invite him and put their channel at risk. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then it's like with Myron and Fresh, like, how do you, like, what happens when you turn off the camera and you go, yo, Nick, my
Did
nigga?
that. But
Like,
but we've already seen them, Myron and Fresh, be super racist towards black people. They don't like niggas.
They have no problems.
So
is it
it's
that
like,
they don't like niggas or they like Fresh and Fit more? So anything that
they don't
benefits
like
Fresh and
niggas.
Fit.
They like niggas.
they don't
Neither-
feel like they like niggas,
They
bro.
don't like niggas.
Neither one of them probably ever really identified as being traditionally American black.
No, they're not.
Because
Because they're not.
Fresh is from
Barbados.
Wim, and Myron, he's African, so that means he's technically black.
You remember when we were talking about when they created the term Night Rider? I was like, nigga,
Crazy.
What?
Yeah.
It's like
Crazy.
I never even heard black women referred to Night Rider. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard that
You
before,
can't-
but that's such an old term. Like, why would
Right.
you call
I ain't never
somebody
heard that before.
and
That was my
bringing
first
out
time.
old terms just to classify dating black women is
1950s racism.
1950s racism. You're pretty committed to the racism. You don't like niggas, and we get it.
That's crazy.
But you stay over there. But it's like I think it's always funny. But
calling them Knight Rider, like calling them knucklehead, that means you love them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But call him Night Rider.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nah, call him a nappy-headed hoe. That's love.
Yeah.
And with
that shows intimacy.
With the right inflection and the voice and the hand movement.
Yeah.
But nah, man, call him Night Rider.
That's crazy.
I mean,
and then the way they said it too. I remember when that clip went viral. They were like, "Me and Fresh, we're not really Night Rider." So it was like, "Damn, nigga."
They said that shit real smooth off the cuff.
Like they don't ride roller coasters.
Bro,
Nigga.
bro, that shit was crazy. Like, no, I drink. I don't do black coffee.
Only sparkling water.
Yeah, that shit was crazy how it just came off, and it's like everybody felt that. They were like, "Oh, okay."
He said that shit like he don't microwave his noodles.
Yeah,
it's only on the stove.
Yeah. Hey, low key, I'm that nigga though.
What you mean?
Only on the stove. I never microwave noodles.
I'm the exact opposite. I'm
Only
never on the stove.
What?
Disgusting.
Only on the stove.
Nigga.
Too soft. Y'all niggas don't know the concept of al dente.
Nah, Tony.
I don't even know what al dente is.
See?
He's a public library nigga. That's
What
just
the fuck?
what.
So what is al dente to you?
Huh?
Yeah, nigga, yeah.
I don't know. It's a
Amazon
public
nigga.
library shit.
Y'all niggas overcooking your noodles.
Oh my God. That's a word in Spanish.
Is that what it
Actually, it's a word in culinary, nigga.
Whatever, nigga. That's a word in Spanish.
Where did you learn that today? What does that mean?
I learned that shit in foods in high school, nigga.
Oh, I
So
love
when
that
the
shit.
noodle is perfectly firm. Y'all niggas have soft noodles.
Nah,
No,
but it
You
not mine.
overboiling them.
but
Not mine.
how can you say that? You don't know that.
Because you niggas don't know al dente. I know al dente. I
Oh
know how
my
to make it
goodness
happen.
Christ!
I know the white dot test. Break it open. Once the white dot goes away, they're perfectly cooked.
Or just the I've been doing it for a long time
Facts.
test. Like nigga, I know how to
Like,
cook
I know how to
noodles.
cook noodles,
It's like
bruh.
Long time.
first of all, you
You're
can
in your early 20s, nigga. You ain't done nothing for a long time.
Hey, okay, that's good. That's true. But I've been doing it long enough. You can look at the noodles, look at the sodium rise up. It's like, all right, it's starting to get a little
Well,
loose.
you take it out and you test it. Simple.
Pretty much.
Does Nick Fuentes
Yeah.
eat
Take them out and
noodles?
you test it. What
You
you
take
mean?
out a noodle. When you're cooking
Oh,
noodles,
yeah.
you pull one out and you test it. You know what I'm saying? You know what's good when it's good.
Yeah, Lawrence. That's I
Yeah,
don't.
nigga.
That's
Lauren
very
eats
smart.
raw noodles.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
you talking about?
That's it. I don't pour the noodle out of
Stovetop
test.
only, bro.
You don't have Jamaican fingers.
Yeah, nah.
Jamaican fingers don't feel the heat.
Yeah, I don't feel that shit.
You should dip
Dip the hand in grease.
Nigga, in a boiling pot, nigga. That's too hard.
nigga don't have no nerve endings on his
And
fingers.
then lick his fingers.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit. What's up with parents with that shit? Though my mom is like that. I ain't gonna hold you,
Bro, I mean, for the women that have been cooking for years, it's just the cookers for
My
years.
mom's is like that. bro.
Anybody I know that's been cooking like since high
They
school,
lose the sense.
they don't have no feeling in the tip of their fingertips. It's up after that. Like
For sure,
they're dipping in the tip of grease. They don't give a fuck at that point.
Put their hand on the
Dip it in
fish.
tip of grease and lick it off.
And lick it
Yeah,
off.
like they just don't care anymore because they can't feel a damn
That
thing.
shit crazy.
But
Get
let's
away
move
with any
over to
crime.
this Bradley Martin. Oh, let's cover Theo real quick. So Theo, they're trying to cancel Theo. I don't think it's possible to cancel Theo. Do y'all think it's? How do y'all feel about Theo Von? We never talked about him on the podcast.
Legendary mullet.
We've mentioned him. I like Theo.
Yeah, I like
what
Theo
he
as well
does.
too.
I think he's as a comic, I think he's just one of the ones, like he's the Mount Rushmore, whatever lane he is in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like Theo. He's great.
I've always liked Theo. I like that he floats back and forth between offensive and it's funny and it's awkward too and it's whatever that lane is. Like you said, he's definitely on that Mount Rushmore of it. You know?
Yeah, it
And
gives you
then
a
just-
glimpse of what the trailer park is like.
Yeah,
And
pretty
then-
much.
Just like the artistry of it, like he could just say anything.
You could tell. Yeah,
He
yeah.
can make it connect.
He's figured it out.
He does
Yeah.
have moments where he's lagging.
But if you're pulling up 500 shots and like he's lacking once, like,
Lagging, not yeah, but yeah.
well, you know,
He's putting up so many reps pretty much because he's
Bro.
doing so much content.
and then it's so hard. Like to do that is so hard.
Yeah.
Like you're literally doubling back and trying not to.
Repeat jokes and
Repeat
stuff like
jokes
that.
and-
Because he does a lot of long form content on top of whatever he's doing on stage at his comedy shows. He's doing a lot of long form content, and you know he's got his own show.
I'm telling you, man.
So, but he had a couple weeks ago. He had on Rosanne.
Yeah.
And the episode that he had on with Rosanne, I meant to put it on that when it happened, but the episode that he had on with Rosanne got pulled down off of YouTube for hate speech, of course, because of Rosanne.
Was it hate speech or was it false information?
Wait, with
I
the
think it
old
was
white
hate
woman?
speech.
Yes.
I saw that. That got pulled down.
That got pulled down off of YouTube.
Yo,
I thought it was hate speech.
I think it was hate speech.
We could pull up the clip. I'll put a hyperlink in there for the Joe Rogan because Joe Rogan went over the clip.
Yeah, Joe Rogan was talking to Tom Segura about that
Tom
shit.
Segura,
And I don't know if it was hate speech. I think it was misinformation when she was talking about like the election being rigged. That's one of the topics you can't even play with. Man.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was a couple things.
It was the Holocaust thing, the Jew thing.
She did throw that shit in there real smooth.
Like it wasn't just one thing. She lined up the crazy thing.
It was a cornucopia of controversy.
But at the same time, it was all a joke too. But
it was all sarcasm and
satire.
Sarcasm.
But we'll watch this real quick.
Kind of censorship is okay.
Well, hopefully, like they'll go through if you go through the flagging process.
I don't know. Let's go. They can't post for a week. Go full screen, please.
In 2012, one of my platform things was I will outlaw bullshit.
Yeah.
Because, and I know that horrified people because what will they do now?
Right.
They're addicted to it. They'd rather have that than food or a happy family. They're so addicted to their fucking bullshit.
It's true, huh?
But, comics, I think we're the less free speech art form. And as long as we're performing, things ain't as bad as they could be. I think that's true.
As long as we're performing, things aren't as bad as they could be.
Yeah.
And that's always been the case throughout time, like with jesters or with people that was trying to speak up and share. There's always been a ceiling on speech, hasn't there, in a way?
Of course. Nobody wants to hear the real truth. They're horrified of it. They'd rather go with bullshit. It's easier.
And
like for the real truth that, and I'm glad that they did set up all these guidelines so that we only are allowed to speak the truth. And the truth is that Biden got 81 million votes by winning 36 counties. And that is just incredible. It really, really is. And that of these 81 million supporters who gave him more votes than any president has ever gotten before, he came with a mandate from these 81 million voters. And, I'm just glad that they were very careful to make sure that nobody could detract from that proven truth. You know what I mean?
Like, what do you mean? Like that nobody...
Theo's not getting
this. This is what I mean.
That they mandated that was the truth and that nobody could say, well, what about no?
Oh, it was made a mandate.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So the government made it a mandate?
Yeah, because, YouTube did, and so did all the social...
so you can't speak? You can't even speak on that in those platforms?
No, you can't say,
That it wasn't?
You can't say that, like,
the
there was
election was rigged
elections.
right.
That's all a lie. The election was not rigged. 36 counties can give you 81 million votes.
Right.
That's a fact.
So it wasn't rigged?
Of course not.
Yeah.
36 counties have 81 million people in them. See? That's the truth. And don't you dare say anything against it or you'll be off YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all the other ones because we have, there's such a thing as the truth and facts and we have to stick to it. And,
It's scary.
And that is the truth. And nobody died in the Holocaust either.
No.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
It should happen. 6 million Jews should die right now because they cause all the problems in the world, but it never happened. But it never happened.
Yeah.
Mandated.
He's like, this bitch is going crazy.
Well, you're part
First
Jewish,
of
right?
all,
Part of
she
your
is
family's
100%
I'm all Jewish.
You're all Jewish.
100%.
And a lot of Hollywood is Jewish. Yeah, it's like a lot of Hollywood is a Jewish business. Really, well, they started Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right. But so was it weird
Just
that
like rap, black people started rap.
Yeah.
So I went go over there and try to get in rap and go, all these black people, go on Saturday Night Live like Dave Chappelle. I'm just saying a lot of black people are in control of rap.
Right.
Hello?
What?
Well, you went there. You try to get in show business. Of course it's Jewish. But, and people should be glad that it's Jewish, too, because if Jews were not controlling Hollywood, all you'd have was fucking fishing shows.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
So
wow. That's kind of a full ride. Yeah.
That got them pulled.
Hey, boss.
Okay, I mean, a Jewish person said it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I got to do my research now.
Yeah,
that's
so
all on that.
So that's why they were like, because like she pretty much was stringing together all these crazy things to to say that even a joke will get you popped,
Right,
and that's
right.
pretty much what happened.
Yeah, she got popped. Nigga.
Yeah, and he got popped because he couldn't. When you catch a strike, apparently you can't upload for a week either.
Can't talk,
So-
can't
No
move.
punishments. Yeah.
Can't do nothing. Yeah, because I think matter of fact that happened with No Jumper one time.
I think so.
Yeah, that happened right.
Happened with a lot of. There's a lot of channels that
Everybody.
caught that.
It happened
yeah.
with everybody, but it's
Everybody.
like,
A lot of channels caught that L.
yeah, it's kind of crazy though. Like the whole, they can cut your water off quick on these motherfucking sites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Which is what Charlamagne's point is.
yeah, but the thing with Rosanne is that, I mean, obviously you just can't. I think it doesn't matter who you are. You can't really just give the Holocaust or any Jewish people.
You can't do voter fraud.
You can't do
and
nothing.
and the Jews never died back to back.
Yeah, that's just that. Like you're really jumping in hot water. But Rosanne is also like people hate her.
Yeah.
Like this is not the first time she said something that was like out of like she's almost post her successful comedy and TV career.
Yeah.
It's like she only is in the news for offensive shit.
Yeah, her name is synonymous with bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, it was kind of legendary because even when I saw that he had got that interview, I was like, that's kind of legendary.
Bro, I remember watching it and not even like really even thinking like, yo, this is Rosanne. But
Right,
I watched the
yeah,
video. I
exactly.
had no idea it got taken down.
Yep, it's gone now.
Free,
But
hey man, free speech.
yeah, free Theo out them
Free-
YouTube trenches.
He'll be back and he's gonna probably pivot. He's
Yeah,
smart enough.
he'll know he can't go. Let me chill from going. Let me not do that.
He's probably gonna make it so obvious, like, we're gonna get, striked again.
Right.
Like making it obvious and also,
Yeah. Well, I
'Cause
mean, at that point, that's when you just need to start editing people out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to edit your guests.
But it is-
sometimes.
like which one was it? Was it the 36 counties and 81 million voters that made them go, whoa, she's talking too much? Or
I think they would have let that slide. It was the Holocaust.
It was the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And it was the fact that she said that they should die. It was
Right.
like,
It
oh,
was
we
a
gotta
lot.
get this bitch up out of here.
She's
Like,
asking for it.
Yeah.
Worse
And I heard that
things-
some of the information on even with the voter fraud thing wasn't accurate. It wasn't like 36 counties. It was
Yeah,
more
it
than
was
that.
400 something.
Yeah,
521 or something.
something like that.
So yeah, it's like, didn't she say to somebody? She said to ASAP Rocky, if you're tired of Rihanna, you can come get some. You can come fuck me.
Oh,
that
wow.
was another white comedian.
Andy Griffith?
Katie Griffin.
Katie
Probably.
Griffith.
Katie Griffin is old. Roseanne did it recently. Look it up real quick.
I mean, you got to think of it.
I wouldn't be
These-
surprised.
These are
Oh,
old
these are
women,
white
bro.
women.
No, that was the girl with the red hair that was with ASAP.
That's old school.
Yeah.
Like, that was old school coochie she was offering. We're talking.
Oh, this happened again?
This is recent. Yes.
With A$AP Rocky?
Roseanne, ASAP Rocky.
What's Roseanne's last name?
No idea.
I don't think she has one. I think it's just Roseanne, right?
Roseanne Barr.
Oh yeah, it is.
There's a lot of white women named Roseanne. And they're all famous.
Yep.
See? And how long ago does that article come out?
February.
See? This year.
This year.
It was around the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
It was around the Super Bowl. That's right.
And his wife was performing.
So ASAP
Yeah.
can get all the old pussy that he wants.
Yeah, pretty much. ASAP's a legend out here.
Hitting Roseanne is probably like, as influential as hitting that. What's that one chef that did that shit with Snoop Dogg?
Oh, Martha Stewart.
Yeah, Martha Stewart. Like
Nah,
Martha
Rachel
Stewart
Ray.
and Roseanne on the same
Rachel
level.
Way would be a belt.
If you
on
knock down Rachel Ray, that's
Yeah.
a
Ray.
world championship.
that is.
Oh, she really slid in the DM.
Call me
Come when
Rihanna.
you get tired of Rihanna.
That's what it was. Yeah.
This got to be a bit, right?
Even she knows men get tired of their women.
yeah.
She's 81 years old.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's just like, it's going to happen, nigga.
Bro, but the thing about Roseanne that's like funny is like just watching her on that, like, can we just watch, let's just watch this might be too hot. It might be too risky. I was going to say, let's just watch the beginning of the Roseanne TV show intro. Even that was a little savage. Because when you think about it, it was savage in terms of like, this is how white people are. Just when I was like watching her on the Theo episode, smoking cigarettes, having conversations like this, I know what her household is like. She smokes in the house for sure. She's not going to the fucking
Oh,
porch.
yeah, nah.
Are you
She don't
kidding
waste
me?
no time.
Yeah, like her house smells like stale cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like they like.
It's probably a big house, though, so it's only one section of
That's
it. but,
true, yeah. So
you
it's
know,
just like,
it's
but
still the
the
house,
music will get flagged. I feel like it's too popping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I have it muted right now, but yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
they're going to
okay.
get
It's-
us.
It's no point. It's not even worth it because then I'll have to upload, cut it out. It's just fucking.
I mean, as long as at the end we say that the Holocaust didn't happen, we should be all right.
All that happened. That was Rosanne talking that bullshit, and that was on Joe Rogan's page too.
Yeah,
YouTube.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
With his friend Tom Segura, and I believe
yeah,
Jamie was there.
Yep,
We
yeah.
got a 1090 Jakes these niggas.
Yeah, that's a whole fact.
Jesus Christ.
And I'll link them in the description if you're looking for those channels.
Yeah. All the paperwork.
Yeah, but yeah, let's go over to these last.
Yeah, shout out to Rosanne, man.
Last couple things that I want to get, or I think that's the last thing that we'll get to. Sharp just isn't important enough time to kind of cover. I think that we should cover Zerka. Do y'all know who Zerka is?
I heard of him.
So Zerka is also, we're staying in the vein of these are just people who get canceled off of platforms because they just say crazy
things.
Crazy things.
Kamikaze artists.
Yeah, kamikaze artist. So Zerka is a guy who would go to Fresh and Fit when Myron was doing the whole Klansman thing.
The white dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
The white dude. So I started watching Bradley Martin's podcast. Let me just go throw that out there. Does anybody watch that?
I'm aware of it.
I know who he is, but I don't watch him.
He is a Nelk boy.
Yeah.
But I started watching, which I didn't realize Nelk Boys is a conglomerate of powerhouses that were already successful before they came together. Is that what that was?
Nelk Boys and Impulsive are brother cousins. Like they're all connected.
Yeah, but so I think like the Nelk Boys is like, because he was already a fitness influencer that had a podcast.
All these
You know what
people
I'm saying?
had something. It wasn't until they linked up and it was like, all right.
Then they became these
synonymous
things.
with each other.
Gotcha. Okay. But I'm rocking with Bradley Martin's podcast. I've watched 2 this week.
He's cool.
And I was like, this is pretty straight.
It's
And it's pretty straight. Like,
which one of them was the dude who had the Papa John's voice?
Who had the Papa John's voice?
Yeah, one of them dudes from Nelk. I don't think he's with him anymore. Actually, one of the dudes that was there but's not there anymore. He was like the voice on the fucking commercial.
The one who was arguing
I don't know.
with.
I don't even know what Papa John sounds like.
Oh, okay.
It might have been the one who was arguing with Andrew, but I don't know.
Steiny?
It wasn't Steiny. It was
Steiny's
somebody
still
else.
there,
It was
though.
somebody else.
Okay, but I
But
had
anyway.
these videos in order, so I don't know how you have them open, but I had them in order of where I wanted to play them.
Yeah,
Are his knees small or my bugging?
Okay.
Nah, his knees are pretty small, and he's on the juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
he admits it himself. He's
he
on
does.
the juice.
Okay. Because I couldn't tell just because I just started getting into his podcast content, but I couldn't tell. They talk about steroids here and there, but I can't hear a clear answer whether he does it or not.
In the fitness world, he's somebody too.
He's big deal. He's a big deal.
He's a big deal.
He has the gyms that remember when Blueface and Krishan.
He owns a gym.
He owns two gyms
his own
in LA.
gym.
Yeah.
Franchise.
Zoo.
Yeah, the zoo.
I remember this.
You remember when Blueface and Krishan
Yep.
went there? That's where they was at. They was at his gym.
And I remember him talking about it. He was like, it's not a place for, influencers to meet up at the gym and, create content. And that's what I wanted to be. And woody whoop whoop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wanted to be the place where all the gym influencers can, link up
He
and
did
come
it.
to his gym.
He did it though.
Which, shout out to him.
And he getting his little energy drinks off, his clothing and merch. But he had Zerka on, and Zerka is one of these dudes that got banned from Twitch for talking crazy. And Zerka is an extremist.
I was about to say, if I could describe him, he's like the wild white boy in high school.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He's talked about religion consistently throughout this entire thing. But then he also talked about doing coke the entire thing. Then he also talked about taking 7 different types of steroids at one point of his
Quaaludes
life.
and shit.
Quaaludes. Then he was talking. It's just like
He's lived a full life.
everything he says is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like this podcast was chopped up and edited. Not crazy, but there was you could tell they did their fair share of editing. And I just thought it was funny because I screen recorded this part. I thought this would be a good part to watch first, just so you can kind of see where he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump into some of the crazy shit that I just screen recorded because I thought it was pretty funny. So you can watch this.
Jake Paul, right? Damn, if we edit that out, they'll say that this is the greatest podcaster of all time. But and you know what's funny? The stuff that interests me, I made cue cards and I studied how to be a podcaster when I podcasted for a year. Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, Alex Jones, Trump. All the buzzwords I studied, so everything that comes out of my mouth gets clipped up because I'm in a rush to get famous and rich. But it's not fake because it actually interests me. It's
funny.
There's a lot of aliens, gets a lot of views. I don't talk about it. I don't believe in it. But Jake Paul thing, a lot of people said I'm just bullying MenaceMaterialEnt because I'm just yelling at him and I called him a dumb liberal bitch and a whore. And I said, I define a whore for you. You're a whore. I don't think I was bullying because it all started from Zerka. I don't want to answer your question. And I said,
yeah, but like, he's entitled to not answer your fucking question though.
But the point is, I said you won't answer it, and he said, yes, I will.
Oh,
like it's one of those like, this is what I don't like about.
So yeah, that was just one of the Leah preference, right? So this nigga's gonna say crazy shit, but he kind of knows what he's doing.
And he's
too.
also gonna make himself look like the hero.
He looks like a calculated nigga.
It's calculated.
Any nigga that puts
insanity.
2 wristbands on,
Yeah,
is moving with intention.
I want to say, you know, for all the blind listeners, he is matching 100%.
100.
Like red, white, and blue.
This is meticulous.
Yeah.
Pants are black.
And this was a 3-hour podcast, and I'm not gonna lie, this was a action-packed 3 hour because even just how you can just hear the energy in his voice. He doesn't lose energy, bro. He's up the whole time. Like
Look at his posture. He's not leaning back.
That's what I'm saying. He's on 10, bro.
And he goes through different phases.
Yeah, so let's look at the next one. Like
this nigga's like a customizable character.
Yeah. Bro, he's amazing, bro. It's like I can understand how he even said something. He was like, yeah, people listen to me. He said, I have a cult like fan base. Like, he was like, I know what I'm doing. Like, after 10 minutes, like I have a new member of my cult. Like, I'm like, you're right, bro. I get it. Like, I'm not the type to just be a cult member of anybody's shit. But it's like I can see why he's such a huge fucking appeal.
Why he's a draw.
Yeah.
Look at this nigga.
It's leech. It's crazy. But yeah, let's watch this next. I don't even know what this is about. But
Sin or not, it doesn't matter. I'm saying why it's so important to be saved. And I don't mean just be saved for yourself. You have to spread the word. No matter how corny you look, you spread the gospels to the 4 wings of the earth. When you're saved, there's a snowball effect. That Zerka, drug dealer Zerka, is this guy now. Oh, I'm in the right trajectory. If I was going the other way, you'd be like, yeah, that fucking Bible ain't working for him. But once you're saved, you start to do good things instinctively, like a snowball effect. And I'm a Catholic, but I get attacked by Catholics.
You're saying there's no saving in these other religions? What do you mean?
No. There's no saving. The whole premise of Christianity is to be saved. In other religions, they say, well, you have to be a good person. And in Christianity, you don't even have to. You just got to be saved, and you have to become a better person and actually progress. But the point is, it happens naturally as a Christian. Because when you're saved, you're not saying, I'm a Christian as a fashion statement. You actually believe that you're being watched by an eternal being. So when you're saved, you start to move like you're being watched. And the byproduct of that is you live better, way better. The other religions, especially Sneeko, will say to me like, no, I don't like Christians because you can sin and still be saved. No, you have to be perfect. You have to... Who the fuck is perfect? Who the fuck? No one's perfect.
It's true. No
There's only one man.
So yeah, I think I just put that in there because it's just funny that like in his like rage of talking about drugs, he'll have a religious rant. He has religious rants like this.
Like all the drugs he was talking about, he might be on them.
Yeah, at once.
Right now.
He kept offering Bradley coke throughout the whole time. He was like, bro, let's just do a line, bro. Like, it was like,
chill out,
bro. Maybe I didn't
that
screen
same
record.
guy just now.
Yes, bro. I'm sure I screen recorded at least one crazy part. This nigga is action packed, bro. Like
Why not?
I
Jesus
put it in
would
order
forgive
just so it was just like warm you up, just so you can see all the facets of this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga got one sleeve and
it's
on
like
his
when he
left hand.
changes a piece of his outfit, he becomes a different character.
For dead ass, bro. It's crazy, bro. Like the 3 hours, I've been fully entertained. Like, and like, I know he's not somebody that I could. He kind of even said it. He's not somebody I'm watching every fucking day. Like, this content, it ain't that good to me.
Yeah.
But like with certain people, like he even said, he was like, "You're somebody that can get the best out of me because you're kind of even tempered and stuff like that. I don't want to watch you as Sneeko. It's just gonna be Sneeko's gonna be trying to compete with this natural high that you have. And it's just gonna be fucking annoying. Bradley's more just like chilling. I'm gonna let this nigga cook, and I'm just gonna edit him as you watch this podcast. He's flying off the rails, and there's like these hard cuts every so often. But it's the perfect person to talk to because Bradley gonna let him go, and then we'll just chop out the shit that'll get my channel striked.
When you were watching it, was you like he studied these points before he went up here?
Zerka?
Zerka.
Yeah, yeah. Just like that's why I put that other clip in there where he's like, I studied these people. That way, every time I talk, I'm clippable as hell.
Yeah.
Because
which is weird because you could do the same thing with like a dictionary and big words and like shit that will really help you.
But it made sense.
He's talking
though.
about.
I know what he's
Is he talking about the art of a soundbite though?
Yeah, essentially.
Just putting this shit in
He's
the
talking
format.
about he's talking about the art of a soundbite, and also he also has a deal with 𝙿𝙻𝙰𝚃, which I didn't realize this was a thing. And he said this is what Andrew Tate did: was you paid this company $950,000, and with 𝙿𝙻𝙰𝚃, you signed to 𝙿𝙻𝙰𝚃, and what they do is all your podcasts and all your clips you go to, they'll post. They make 1 million different accounts, and they post 500 clips of you a day. So
that's what Andrew Tate did.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
That's why he never posted his own stuff. Yeah.
I thought he had that affiliate marketing.
That's what
thing.
it is.
That too,
But
as well.
He did it. Oh, so he did that and
I think he did both. He did it first to initially get him popping, and then Hustlers University had the affiliate marketing thing as well. So he created them naturally on top of paying for his first initial.
And became the most Google man on the planet.
I was about to say, so what he was paying for, he took that idea and made his own shit.
And exactly, and then that's what zerka said. He did that with 𝙿𝙻𝙰𝚃. 𝙿𝙻𝙰𝚃 apparently has some sort of system like that as well too. And he was like, he went from getting searched 70,000 times a week to 570 or 500 and 600,000 times a
Kind
week.
of sad though, right? Like, who cares how many times you've gotten looked up? Like, it depends on the
It
kind.
creates your image and your mystique.
Nah, but
it's marketing for you. You keep getting reposted.
Yeah, it matters because marketing is like, if you look at an album rollout or any rollout, there's more money dumped into the marketing than there normally is into the actual product.
Imagine 500 accounts a day posting some shit we posted.
That's a fact.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so
That's
it's
ridiculous.
Like, yeah, even if you're just being Google search, the more eyes is in front of, the bigger the opportunity is.
We've
that
seen
you
what
convert.
one correct Reddit can do for you.
Right, yeah, you know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
But it made me think though, for sure. I was like, God damn, I need to figure out what these companies are for us. Because if there's a company that can go back and look at and start making 100 clips a day, I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that, but
I'd pay for a service.
I'm not mad at that, but I wouldn't do that. Like,
Why not?
It's not. I'm gonna leave that to the loons. That's what loons do. You feel me? Like,
okay, so you feel like that's
I'm gonna
fake?
go out there and get real people before. Like, I don't care. Like, having people look you up does not equate to money. You
That's
get what I'm
true.
saying?
No, that's true.
Those two do not connect at all.
No,
In
no,
fact, they're completely
there's a little connection.
Nah.
No. I think you're just missing the fact that if I'm not looking at it as just, you're not looking at it as marketing dollars. You put,
I see
you know,
it.
You're boosting your original content.
It's like paying Instagram to push your post.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. It's a form of promotion. You're not buying. I'm not buying.
It's not the
faking-
same as
Yeah.
fake views.
Yeah, I'm not buying fake views. I'm buying
eyes.
I'm buying somebody to multiply me 100,000 times or 100 times a day. So instead of the one post that we do, they'll watch this whole podcast, and instead of me struggling to put out 10 clips, they'll make 500 clips out of this one episode and post them everywhere. That way, the more eyes we get, they'll be like, what the hell is that? And bring it back to this original location. It's different than, I wouldn't do no buying views type shit though. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. But and it's also, I don't know, man. It's also like what he's talking about. But if he said that I'm not the type of person that you'll just watch every day, then I have nothing else to say about him. Because if that's what he said, then I agree.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
and that's for me. Like a kid, like a high schooler is eating this shit up though. You know what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
But for me, I'm just looking at, I see the exposure play.
You know
part
what
of
I'm
it,
saying?
You know what I mean? But I think this might be some wild shit.
But at the same, I don't know, man. And like, he's like an Andrew Tate type of dude.
Pretty much.
He's cool. He's kind of funny, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, I can't be fully invested.
It's like I don't know.
He's saying so much radical shit, and that's the best way to put it. It's not even extreme. All of it is radical. He doesn't have moderate points. He only has radical points.
The way he speaks sounds that way. I've heard him speak outside of what we're looking at
Yeah,
now,
it's
and every
crazy.
time I've ever heard him open his mouth, it'd be radical.
It's only radical.
And
so
it's not
like,
even. It's not different radical. It's like his forefathers' thoughts.
Exactly,
it's not
yeah.
like his thoughts. It's not like new
No,
thoughts.
correct.
He's just reiterating what other people are saying.
Correct.
Which is cool, but it's not original.
It's not.
It's
No,
not
not at all.
like you're not making it difficult for yourself. You're not growing.
That is true for sure.
Like he literally
100%.
just said he was just reading or Joe Rogan just hot keywords. Like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you in it for?
He said because he wanted to be as rich as famous as quick as possible.
Hey man, shout out to 𝙿𝙾𝚃, man. I really
You know what I'm
respect.
saying? Like-
But if that's
There's
what he
easier ways
wants,
to do this.
if that's what he wants, then he's doing it correctly.
He's doing everything correct.
He's
yeah.
doing it everything correctly.
Yeah. But let's see what this one is.
Has a woman ever loved it as much as you? Never. Come on, dude.
Well, not as much
Stop.
as me.
You name one fitness influencer you've dated who does the amount of days you do, the work, the trains when they're sick. That doesn't exist, bro. Stop it. You know I'm
I know
motivated.
one. I know
you know
one.
I'm motivated, girl, but not a Bradley level.
Yeah, I mean, I know one.
Who?
I can't say the name.
Well, why didn't you date her? You don't want to motivate a woman because that's masculine. When women are successful, it's either they're an OnlyFans whore or they're Hillary Clinton ugly, but they're smart. That's why you want a broke girl from Colombia. The passport bros got it right here. And
Bro, why is that a thing? This passport bro shit.
because, how old are you?
34.
34. I look older than you. I gotta stop with the crack, dude.
You do.
But 34.
What?
And you're just recycling or just smashing new fucking
Bro,
dimes.
everything's extreme, bro.
Clearly, the science experiment of LA failed. Like, fuck LA for you. And you're acting like going to third world, they're not hot. They're hotter. Go to Colombia. When I went to Colombia, the 40-year-old women look better than the 20-year-olds in Rodeo, Calabasas, wherever. I'm telling you.
about
And
done, it's
I
about
think
done.
you should do a Nelk-style YouTube vlog series because the best part.
There's a better version of this.
Who?
Like I said,
Andrew Tate.
Like I said,
Oh yeah, but
This,
Andrew's,
all this is
Like I
just
said.
less articulate, less funny, and
Yeah.
like I feel like Andrew Tate believes that shit more.
he's
Yeah.
reiterating his forefathers' points. It's
Yeah.
not. It's
He's another
nothing.
copy.
It's nothing original. It's like even I started to hate him in like the last minute because I was
Yeah.
like, damn, like all the fun that was there is kind of leaving.
Died out.
And, like,
This is like when Tupac died and everybody was bald with a tank top.
Yeah. And man, like I said, if he's doing this for that reason, to just be, you know,
famous and have money.
famous and whatever money,
He's on point.
he's on point.
That really quick, sly, like crack line. For some reason, I really believed him for a second.
He does it all.
Because of his demeanor. But he
Yeah.
seemed more of like a cokehead.
He seems like a cokehead, but
Yeah.
it didn't like. It was like I don't know.
He seems more.
He was trying to be intentionally edgy. You know, he was like, let me
Yeah,
throw that
but it was
in.
like that could pass for you.
He seems like a pill popper, but I don't know. I don't even
No,
want to
he
put that
talked
on
about a
the
lot
guy.
of drugs that he used to do in the beginning. At the beginning of the podcast. I didn't. Now that we're like rewatching it, my screen recordings weren't the best, but I was driving and trying to do this at the same time.
Nigga, you risking your life for this nigga.
I was, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a little late on the topics kind of this week, so.
But
I was like trying to. Sometimes it's hard for me to figure out what to screen record the first playthrough.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
it's so many different
Because I'm
parts.
trying to figure out what part to pull out that can have the conversation with, or that's like completely outlandish. You know what I'm saying?
But nah, this guy, these type of men, it's weird, right? Like how they talk about simps and like the disgust they have.
Yeah.
Is how I kind of feel about some of them. Like
Some
not
of them
him
in the-
specifically, but like
some of them in those extreme red pill spaces.
like you know, just their actions, the way they move. Like I look
Yeah.
at them the same way. It's crazy how that works out.
Would you rather simp than be an alpha male influencer?
Ooh, good question.
Nah, I'll definitely be a
I think I'd rather be an alpha male.
yeah,
influencer.
Alpha-ronomy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shout out Booker-ronomy.
Yeah. I think I'd rather be.
Yeah, I'm gonna be preaching to these niggas.
Alpha male strategies.
Yeah.
But I guess if you are a simp, are you a rich simp or are you a broke simp? Are you a paycheck to paycheck simp or are you a simp with disposable income?
Oh, I'm the richest simp ever. I'm the richest trick.
You
Yeah.
a trick that has it.
Yeah.
Might not be that bad, I guess, right? Because I mean, if you have it, like a trick with disposable income is only hearing yeses because he's paying for all his yeses.
If tricking
You know?
bring, but that's the thing. There's
But it's
things
the
in
respect
life
thing. Yeah,
that
you got to give up the respect though. So yeah, I can't do it.
it's things in life that should bring you happiness, and there's things in life that shouldn't bring you happiness. If making another woman happy brings you happiness, that
You
isn't your
probably eat
woman.
pussy.
That isn't your woman.
No.
Is a problem. But what do you mean about eating pussy?
I thought you was about to go off on making women come without having to come yourself.
Oh,
something like that.
Oh,
I mean,
something along those lines.
You could do that too.
Where you just get off on, you know, we have friends like that.
Yeah.
Y'all ever hooked up with a chick who was like, you felt like you were racing you felt like she was in a race to get hers before you?
And definitely not a race, but I knew that it was on her mind.
Right,
This bitch
yeah.
trying to get in there too. She's had a long week.
I've only had one in particular that I could think of where it was like, but she was an older chick too. She was like, yeah, you said you had one? Oh, but she was like, she was older.
He
She was
learned
like
his lesson.
42. And
I heard older women, they don't play about that shit.
They don't. And it's like the way she was rushing, like I was like, why don't I like having sex with her? Because proportionally, this body is, women pay for this body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I should be in complete heaven right now.
But what you felt like,
But I couldn't enjoy it because it felt like you weren't enjoying it because you were more concerned with trying to get yours before I got mine. And in my mind, I'm like,
When she was riding you to death?
yeah, and it's like, bro, we should be enjoying each other to the point. First of all, I know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna shortchange you. I wanna come back. I wanna return visit off this. You know what I'm saying? When you want to return visit, you make sure you do what you can do. You make sure you do your job so that she's excited to call you back, you know? So I'm already in that mindset. I'm not even in his selfish mindset. So it's offending me during sex that you're in a selfish mindset.
Like, bitch, you fucking up my audition.
Yeah, and now I don't feel like fucking you because I don't want to fuck a bitch who's in a selfish mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
this dick ain't selfish, bitch.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Nigga said you got my dick in you and you think about nothing.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I didn't like that, but that shit was crazy.
Oh, no, I ain't never had a situation as serious as
Rushed.
that.
I've had a situation where she absolutely wanted to, but rushed. That's different.
She wasn't, and this is not a verbal, but you can feel that energy as y'all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it's like this isn't just for me.
Yeah, it's like you all of a sudden feel like a toy and not a human.
Right.
I'm fine with being an object.
Yeah, I don't mind being objectified.
Not me.
Yeah.
I like to be a human. You bet you're going to treat me like a human. I've had girls try to treat me like, groupies will try to do that. They'll try to like treat you just like as this option. You know what? Now I feel like telling you all about me.
Oh, you don't like it when they roll out of bed and just slap the money on the dresser?
It depends.
You know,
depends on if I signed up for that.
I was about to say,
I said how I feel. I said how this situation's going. You know what I'm saying? If you come in just trying to use me for some good dick, it's probably not going to go well for you.
but at the same time, if you use her just because of her body
in proportions,
who's worse? You get what I mean? Like, who's more wrong? Like the gold digger, or you
She is,
using
because
her?
mine normally comes with more things anyway. You might get a date out. I'm probably gonna feed you. You know what I'm saying? I'm still providing more in this situation, even if I'm just using you for that. If women don't have to take you on a date. If you want to do that, you need to take me on a date, and you're paying. And I'm gonna enjoy myself, and I'm gonna run up the tab. I'm getting at least 2 drinks.
Dessert.
Yeah, exactly. You sure you don't want a dessert? Yeah, like if you want to use me as that, that's fine. We can do a gender. We can switch role, and you need to court me now. You know what I'm saying?
Trading places.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. But because that's normally, even if I'm using you for that, I have to still do a bare minimum level of that. You know what I'm saying?
Courting.
So, of courting, if you want to call, So yeah, you got to do the same thing with me. I ain't finna get this dick just for fun.
Yeah, and it's your body, your choices. But after all that
Goddamn right.
whining and dining, you don't feel like consenting to convict.
You can't have it.
You don't have to.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I get real stingy with it.
She ain't
sometimes.
entitled to shit.
No more jokes after the date, nigga.
No more jokes. Yeah, and I didn't think the tip that you left was appropriate.
Right.
You know?
I was a little stingy with that. I ain't like that.
You're not even qualified for me anymore.
You didn't like the body language when she got the bill.
Yeah.
I don't know, this bitch might not have it.
I ain't like the way you treated the waiter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's how I get with it, son, for sure. Like, yeah, if they pull up, if they just expecting that I'm gonna give it to them, yeah, they gotta work twice as hard for it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It said twice as hard. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Hey, man, here at Menace, we all hard in these hoes. You
That's
know what
a
I'm saying? Believe that.
Oh, man.
Tough love.
That's it, though. That's episode 15.
Yeah.
It's 15.
That's episode 15.
15 weeks. 16 weeks, really.
Yeah. 10,000 followers down. 90 more thousand to go.
About to say, a couple more 100,000 to go.
Yeah,
Hey,
90
man.
more thousand to go for that first 100K. Because
that's the first plaque, too.
That is the first plaque.
Yep.
Yeah, 100K is the first plaque.
Oh, yeah, we got a little bullshit certificates right now.
Yeah, because you don't get nothing. You don't.
Nope. We get nothing.
Like, we'll kind of. I don't even know if we should celebrate at 50. We should just wait till 100, right?
Yeah, we should celebrate at 50.
Do a little something at 50.
Nigga, we just celebrated 10
We should celebrate
we would be
50.
hypocrites.
Yeah.
To not be 50.
Yeah.
50 years.
That's true. That's
I
true.
might
We'll
want to
definitely-
celebrate 30, nigga.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's how I feel. Because it was 10K, it was only one bottle. You know, maybe
Yeah.
at 20 we'll do 2 bottles.
So we
and
don't
then
know.
by the time 100, we got 10
That
bottles
could be
here, and then we put sparklers on them and really go crazy.
That
you
could
know?
be the thing, bro. We do a bottle for every 10.
But once we hit 1 million, we're gonna light a firecracker in the bitch ass. I'm about to say.
Facts. And then we gotta
Right on this table.
we gotta shoot we gotta go on the test. We kind of have to wait for the plaque to come in. I feel like too. Like I don't know how quick it comes in when people hit their 100K. Like, does it come within a month? You know what I'm saying? But
It has to take. They take their time.
They take their time.
I feel like it takes their time too. So maybe we'll just make our own.
You probably got to
until
hold
then.
that 100,000 for like a month.
You're probably at 115. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
You can't have no baby 100,000.
That's true. Yeah, we need to see you hit 110, and then we'll know it's real.
Yeah, 111. Yeah,
111, something like that.
We can ask Chigs. He just said 100.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
can ask
true.
Chigs.
We'll see how long it takes him because he'll probably post it.
Oh yeah,
when he gets it. So, and I'm following him on Instagram now. So, I feel like we should see it.
And that
you know what I'm
nigga's
saying?
been. We've talked like that nigga been in the comments before, right?
For sure,
Like,
for sure.
We've dibbled and dabbled. Yeah,
follow
he
him.
corrected us.
Follow him on Instagram too, because he, I go back and forth with him on Instagram sometimes too.
I was about to say, we say he was Dominican. He was like, no, I'm
No,
Nigerian.
Nigerian American.
Right.
He was like,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
man, I'm Nigerian.
Nigerian. Hey, man, them niggas get aggressive. But,
Oh
hey,
boy.
man.
Oh boy.
That shit was hilarious.
Oh boy. The last video that I watched, because he did a video about Tax Stone and Nori.
Nori, yeah. I watched
Going
that
at
too.
it. He started that video with, oh boy. But
A word.
yeah, but yeah, let's get up out of here.
I was about to say, man, it's been a great episode. You know what I mean? It was some great champagne. Hopefully, y'all had some potions with y'all. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as always, if you enjoyed, like it, shared, mom, dad, granddad, niece, nephew, watch that video in that right-hand corner. Exit out of the full screen, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. And I think that's it. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
J Nobles.
Groovy tone.
AJ the Menace.
Oh, boy.